Video is clear. Also, a warm welcome to my Titan Pinnacle students as well as my comprehensive current affair batch students. Good evening, Kamal, Garg, Joya, Harsha. Good evening. Sakshi, Padeka. Keep both one side, na. Both the comment section, please put it on one side. एक ही जगह पर रख दो वो दोनों. To see you, Shruti Kumari. Good evening, sir. How are you? I'm fantastic. Reno Shia. Good evening, people. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. That's for the very first time, 11th. I want to do this. It is only for people preparing for UPSC. You're in 11th standard. Please leave. Don't actually waste your time with all this right now. Please focus on your 11th and 12th and get into a nice college for the love of God. Okay. So let's get right into it, people. Topics. If you remember, there were a few international relation topics that were pending from last to last week. We'll be covering that first. Then we are having a plethora of polity topics. It is not that I purposefully am clubbing all the polity topics together or something, but that is what has happened. Most of the topics are polity related, with few international relations scattered here and there, especially China data. The other topics which are there, let us say, which is to do with society maybe, or maybe with governance, that I have converted it into pictographic or infographic format. So that when you look at that data, it goes into your head. Got the point here? So without any further delay, let us get right into it. The very first topic, that is what we were continuing from last to last week, 2 weeks ago, especially like I told you. So what is happening now? Because with USA behaving very erratically, because 2 weeks ago, things were a little different. 2 weeks later, what we are seeing is USA has decided to tone down its radical rhetoric. Because see, the reality is that USA knows it very well that when it comes to business, there are no permanent enemies or friends. Trust me. Even be it in politics or even be it in movies also. But why is it so? Because ultimately all these things are run by money. So ultimately it is all about, it is not about, oh, this is not that country I don't like, this country I don't like. There is no point in discussing all of this anymore. Everybody wants to take their country ahead or their economy ahead, especially considering the fact that artificial intelligence is knocking on the doors and pretty much the entire world as we know is going to get shaken to its very foundation. I'm talking especially with regard to the IT sector. So IT sector, today morning I was actually scrolling through the news. I found out that there is this new AI tool called Claude. Give it the right command, your entire programming, it will do it for you. That means I don't have to actually run a huge IT team, because any sector when you take, be it the IT companies you take or any sector you take, even PW has an IT team. Do you need such an expensive IT team to be run? Is the $1 million question now. So we can expect this year a lot of jobs vanishing again, all thanks to AI. Now in such a scenario, it becomes very important that you develop trade relations as diversified as possible. In this regard, if you see, UAE is India's third largest trading partner. UAE is India's second largest export destination. Not a surprise considering the fact that you have half of it, almost like we can say half of India is sitting there. You go to UAE, you are bound to find every Indian. Literally, you will find an Indian from every state of the country. So Indian goods have a good demand there. Bilateral trade agreement was concluded in 2022. Both sides committed to doubling trade to $200 billion. $3 billion liquefied gas deal announced, natural LNG deal. Then approximately 10 million Indians reside in GCC countries. Clear? Coming to League of Arab States, there's 22 member countries. It was founded in 1945. Bilateral trade between India and Arab League exceeds 240 billion. That is basically Arab League. When we say it is basically all those Middle Eastern Arab countries. Clear? So that is what we are engaging with. We are engaging with everybody. It's interesting to see that India is one country which is dealing with every Arab state, whereas Pakistan has got zero standing here. Even though India is dealing with all these Arab states, India is also dealing with whom? Israel. India is doing the perfect balancing act here, and nobody is having any trouble. So whoever is telling that India's foreign policy has failed, India does not have any support, brother, please look at the facts. Got the point here? This is the idea here. Now, taking it further forward, regional investments and energy supply. UAE has made a regional investment of $75 billion. Saudi Arabia $100 billion. Qatar $10 billion. Put it together, you have $185 billion just from 3 countries alone. Moving further, cumulative FDI from the region into India, that is from the Arab region into India, is around 2.5 billion. Not a great number, to be very honest. But then last year, if you have attended my economic survey classes, I would have told you already. Last year, if there was one country that actually did really well when it came to FDI, that is foreign direct investment, it was USA. Why? Because of AI related investments. Something like close to, not 30, but close to 30% FDI had gone into USA. Got the peak here. Got the point here. Then the region supplies about 60% of India's crude oil imports and 70% of its natural gas imports. What we see from here is that India is basically following a policy where we are not going to depend on any one source for all our needs. You know, that intense need where if this country does not supply it to us, then we don't know what to do. We are not doing that. So even when the opposition keeps telling that the petroleum minister of India is Donald Trump, the reason is not that. The reason is just that Russians also should not feel if Russians don't supply this cheap oil to India, then India won't be able to trade at all. That is the bottom line here. So we are keeping all the channels open. Like I told you, if you ask me in one word or in 2 words to sum up India's foreign policy, it is just India first. If it is going to be beneficial for India, if it is monetarily going to benefit India, India will take up the deal, irrespective of who says what or what anybody else thinks. Got the point here? Job loss is going to be there, and recession, let me tell you, to be very honest, who asked this? Muhammad Naivullah Alam. Alam, I am hearing that we are in recession since maybe 2021 or 2022. Recession is already there. To be very honest, global economy is not growing like how it used to grow. There is an increased sense of protectionism where every national government, where every political party around the world, they are winning the election on one ground and one ground alone. And that is protectionism. That is, we will protect our jobs, we will protect our people, we will protect our culture, we will not allow outsiders to come into the country. Got the point here? So because of that, already global economic growth has gone down. Clear? So because of that, we can say there is a recession or maybe not. But the bottom line here is that there are people again who are updating their skills, upskilling themselves and still managing to find a job. So whether it will clearly lead to a global shutdown, quite difficult to say. Because India is already pushing the right buttons. How are the right buttons being pushed by India? By setting up data centers. Moving further, Yes, India has reduced. But the interesting thing is, if you look at the timing here, who asked that Bharti? If you look at the timing there, India started reducing it when, even before USA applied the tariff. Just take the timeline. And India again increased it in November because USA was doing too much of itch guard attitude. So we increased it again. Bottom line here is that, see, India has that liberty or that leverage where we can increase it, we can decrease it however we want. Because all said and done, Trump is not, Putin is not going to judge us for that. Because we have other better deals on which Russia can score better. Score as in earn more than oil deals. Please, can you take doubt at end? How to note it or not? Yeah. Doubt and all, I will take it up. This for now, see, when you are in my class, take only the data. Clear? Only the data you need to take and understand the whole picture. That's it. Now the next aspect, regional connectivity in Indian Ocean. India's connectivity initiatives include Chabahar Port, the International North-South Transport Corridor, and the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor. Progress depends on regional cooperation. Regional instability increases uncertainty. Let us look at that now. So this is what the North-South Transport Corridor, NSTC, proposed it is. Proposed. It has not yet completed. It is just proposed. So to understand this, first let us understand what is the standard route. That is, normally if from Mumbai something needs to be exported, then it should travel right through Arabian Sea, enter into Red Sea, then through the Suez Canal, enter Mediterranean Sea, take a U-turn, then travel and go to Russia or wherever it is, maybe anywhere in Europe. This is the standard operating route. And even if we want to sell something to the African nations, this is the source. Got it? Now, what is the proposed NSTC route? Observe, people. From Mumbai, it will start. It will connect with the Chabahar port in Iran. From there, it will enter into Azerbaijan, Caspian Sea area, and then into Russia. This is the proposed route. Now, let us look at the players here. Russia, generally hated by the West. Correct? Azerbaijan, not at all a key player. Correct? Neither important for China nor important for the West. That's also gone. Iran, wow. This is not even, we cannot use the word hate here. It is more like loath. Loath. Loath means it's an extreme level of hatred. I hate you. Sometimes we say it casually also. I hate you, man. I hate you. We may say that to our friends also. But be careful when you use the word loath. Loath actually means, I wish you were, simply not existing. I just wish you were dead. That is what it is. Extreme level of hatred. That is what West is having towards Iran. So needless to say, and with Iran, always there is instability. Even when you talk about Iran, there is instability. And Russia, we know, again, instability is there. Ukraine war, Iran, right now it is having internal conflicts. So the bottom line is, we cannot expect this to become a reality anytime in the future. Correct? Simple common sense, because the more, even if we want to try to develop it, even if India tries to do the development from its side, West is not going to agree with it. So this is like, I will tell you, this is like it is in freezer. Don't expect anything major to come out of it. Clear? Taking it further forward. What is the other corridor? India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. Look at the beauty here. So from Mumbai or Gujarat, it will go all the way till Jebel Ali. That is, Jebel Ali is a port in UAE. From UAE, you will enter into Saudi Arabia. From Saudi Arabia, you enter into Jordan. From Jordan, you enter into Israel. From Israel, you enter into Greece. That way, you get access to entire Europe. And guess what? What is the brilliant thing about this is, USA is also part of this corridor. And look at the players here. The players are basically India. With UAE, already we have good agreements. So this trade is practically ensured. UAE, Saudi Arabia, again no issue. Saudi Arabia to Jordan, again no issue. The only issue what we may experience is Israel. If you actually notice, see now today also in today's paper, no, 1 week ago, in 1 week ago's newspaper, Palestinian Liberation Organization, PLO, democratically trying to present their case in front of international arena and secure the rights for the Palestinians to be recognized as a country and to ensure citizenship for every Palestinian. That is that organization. PLO has again asked Hamas to come and join it. Understand? Supporting Palestine or supporting Palestinian cause is not actually a bad idea. But to actually think that Hamas will ensure Palestinian rights will be secured, that is bad idea. Because to be very honest, Hamas can only exist as long as there is a conflict. Conflict is over. Then why do you need Hamas? Got the point? To rule a country, you have an organization. To secure it, you have PLO. Why do you need then Hamas there? So PLO doesn't want to have a conflict with Hamas. That is the reason why they're asking, come join with us. Do you think they will join? Absolutely not. So what will they ensure? They will always ensure that they fight with them. Why? Why will they do that? Because trust me, there are people who actually finds pleasure in it. That is, each and every time when there is a Hamas attack on Israel, they celebrate it. Yes, it is the power. It is our power. That is how they claim. But what they are not realizing is the true Palestinians, they end up suffering. Because for them, one thing is guaranteed. Either they will get killed by Hamas or they are going to be killed by Israel. Because obviously, when Israel is attacked or Israeli citizen is attacked, will they sit simply? Absolutely not. So automatically what will happen? Israel will attack. Whenever Israel retaliates back, Saudi is not happy about it, UAE is not happy about it. If it weren't for that October attack that had taken place in Israel by Hamas, this thing would have succeeded. Getting the point here? See, Chabahar port, whether refund has occurred, I'm not aware of it. But as far as I know, it is only partially operational. It is only partially operational. That is all that we know as of now. Got the point here? This year they gave, see, one thing I will tell you. Never ever try to say that this is what will happen. And understand one thing, just because something is not mentioned in the budget, there is nothing in the law that says that you cannot allocate an amount at a later date. Yeah, you will have to pass it. You will have to pass a bill for it. An appropriation bill you may have to pass. That's it. But when you are having a majority, anytime you can get it passed through an executive order. It is not at all a big deal. Trust me on that. So we will wait and see how things will evolve after that. Let us wait. Clear with this, people? So this will be a master stroke if it comes into reality, especially for India. The interesting thing is that India has good relationships with UAE, with Saudi Arabia, with Israel, as well as now with the European Union. India can actually do what? Be a broker of peace between Israel and Saudi Arabia or UAE. Basically asking them, see, do one thing. You keep the religious part out of it. Let us do trade here. This is what is beneficial for everybody. The chances are there that if not now, at least in the future, they will all agree to it. Got the point here? Chagos Island. Why Hamas would not join with PLO? Because basically it is a terrorist organization. Their funding, their existence all lies on that one factor alone, which is basically attacking Israel. Attacking Israel or wiping out Israel completely. That is their main agenda. Agenda is not peace, let us sit and talk. Hamas leader, when have you heard him telling, let us sit and talk? Let us sit and talk, sort it out. This is your area, this is my area, give it. You go back to history, you will understand it. Now, everybody, once upon a time, if you remember, the entire Bollywood was basically telling, all eyes upon Gaza. Because they knew Israel will attack back, correct? $1 million question is, to whom did Gaza belong initially? You go back to the history, you will understand. But go back only if you're interested in it. Because from a UPSC exam point of view, or for that matter, any exam point of view you take, Israel-Palestine issue is not so important. Periphery-wise, we can say, because of the clashes here, things are not looking so good. Periphery, that is in one point you can mention. But don't expect that you will get a full-fledged question on the Israel-Palestinian issue. That will continue for at least another 100 or 200 years. That will continue. See, one thing about a terrorist organization is they will never come on table to negotiate. That's the guaranteed thing. No terrorist organization will come on the table to negotiate. Let us deal it, talk it out first. If things doesn't work, then let us go to war. They won't do that. Because their existence is based on violence. It is almost like expecting Maoist group to come and say, okay, we want to have talks with India. Got the point here? So, what did Home Minister say? Home Minister, we will have talks, but first drop your weapons. Then we can talk. Maoists were like, no, we won't do that then. Home Minister was like, okay, then enjoy the show. Maoism came down. Got the logic? It's as simple as that. Israel and Palestinians live there together. Acha Tanveer? Okay, I don't want to get into that. 1971, Gaza belonged to whom? 1970s? Puja Bapu Gramin Rozgar Yojana. I am not aware of that. I didn't say Narega has been renamed as G Ramji. What I said is, Narega will be soon replaced by G Ramji. That's what I said. This year we have made an allocation. 90,000 crore for G Ramji and around 30,000 crore for MG Narega. Alright. Now taking it further forward. So what is the Chagos Islands? See, the basic idea is Chagos Islands actually belong to UK. Okay. And USA had one of their military bases here. So as USA started acting a little weird because with the Greenland issue, etc., what did UK say? UK said that I'm thinking of returning it back to the people over here. Now when you basically say that you're going to return it back, then what will happen to the military base of USA? Trump didn't like it. Trump, as you should say, it is a very stupid decision. It is a that decision, this decision. Finally, they were like, okay, let us do one thing. We will return it back. But before that, what we will do is, we will take this island on a 99-year lease. Why a 99-year lease? So that slowly we can remove the military base, everything from there. Clear? That is the point. Why not Egypt instead of Israel? Egypt as in? I didn't understand. Gaza belonged to Palestinians during 1970s. Before that? Got it. Now moving on. Board of Peace and Gaza diplomacy. India skipped the Board of Peace and Board of Peace Charter announcement in Davos. The Board of Peace is part of phase 2 of the Gaza peace proposal. Proposal was cleared by the UN Security Council in November 2025. India obviously decided not to join it simply because obviously we were having that whole tariff issue with USA. Russia and China also stayed away from it. Around 20 countries joined the Accord of Peace. UAE, Saudi Arabia, Israel, Turkey, and Pakistan joined. Because obviously, Palestine issue. Charter does not explicitly mention Gaza. US President is the chairman. Biggest comedy of the year. The board includes family as well as associates. A two-tier membership includes permanent membership for $1 billion US. The charter proposes an international stabilization force outside UN framework. Nothing concrete is yet to come out of it. So we will wait. We will wait and watch. Will Saudi-Pakistan defense deal impact the India-Saudi trade deal? Nah, Christy. No. Absolutely not. See, whatever help Pakistan is getting from the Middle East, it is largely because it is an Islamic country. And again, Saudi Arabia, UAE, there are many countries who have actually invested in Pakistan. And can't blame them also. Saudi, UAE, even the entire Middle Eastern countries, what they are also thinking is, we cannot have only one player there, right? Only with India we will do the trade deal. We will trust India completely. Why will I do that? Why will I do that? And when India is engaging with Israel, if I am Saudi Arabian king, what should stop me from entering into a trade deal with Pakistan? It is basically I can play with India, right? You're dealing with Israel. I am dealing with Pakistan. What's your problem? Got the point here? But the reality of the matter is India has a lot to gain from Israel. There is no doubt about it. Saudi Arabia, what will they gain from Pakistan is $1 million question. Clear? BRICS, structure, finance and digital currency. The next BRICS summit will be held in India in 2026. This is BRICS in a nutshell for you. 50% of the total population, 40% of the global GDP, 26% of global trade. 50, 40, 26. Remember it like that. Two tier means second tier, like a level it is. Pakistan gets that money after supplying the nuclear warheads. Yeah, they can. They can provide it to Saudi Arabia. There is nothing that is stopping it. Saudi Arabia is taking the, precautionary measures over there. See, with an attack that is happening on Venezuela, that happened in Venezuela, where the president was kidnapped by the US forces, it is only natural that now every country has started thinking it is important that you need to have a nuclear deterrent with you. At least if the threat of a nuclear warfare is there, yes, maybe we won't be attacked. There is a possibility. But what is the real reality here? When a Pakistan missile is fired, the fishes in Arabian Sea will start praying. Because the chances that the Pakistani missile will land on its target is very less. And the chances that it will fall in Arabian Sea is actually more. So that we will have to wait and watch. Clear? India hosted the Group of 20 summit in 2023. BRICS includes today Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. This you know. It also includes Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates. Got the point here? Gaurav Parihar, this is a current affair class, not an English speaking class. Please understand. And you're spamming the chat section. And that is not even YouTube. I can ban you permanently from there. You will get access to the class, but you won't be able to ask a single question hereafter. July 2025, Rio Summit adopted the BRICS Leaders Framework Declaration on Climate Finance. RBI proposed linking BRICS central bank digital currencies. This is general points. That is climate summit also we are doing. We are also doing trade deal. We are also doing people to people exchange, etc., etc. Those are general things. RBI comes in between and RBI says, why not? Why don't we use digital currency for all our transactions? So automatically a question, central bank's digital currency, CBDC. Absolutely not Vladimir Putin. Manoj Autu. No. How could other country have their military base on others' land? Welcome to international politics. That is back then when USA was at its peak of its power. They have a military base almost practically in every part of the world. They have. They have a military base even in Greenland. Clear? That is the point. Muttu Mageshwaran. Alex Jesus. Yeah, I'm aware of that faculty. Now, the other point that Vladimir Putin is asking, India and Pak. Listen, brother. India, like I told this a million times. Surgical strike. Air Force strike. Accidental test firing of BrahMos missile, supersonic missile, into Pakistani territory. Operation Sindoor. Was any trade deal with Saudi or UAE affected? Absolutely not. Saudi Arabia, which had banned movies back in the 1970s, once again opened theaters. UAE has started issuing golden visas to high functioning individuals from India. That is, if you're an actor, or if you're a producer, or if you are somebody with, let us say, you're a famous doctor, famous engineer, you will be issued golden visa. Golden visa simply means, I think, for you can own property there for certain 99 years or something. You can own property. You will, so many benefits are there associated with it. It is almost like, that is, you cannot be a citizen of UAE, but it is the next best thing to becoming a citizen. All these offers still stands. Got the point here? All these offers still stands. So trust me, if a full-fledged war happens also, nobody is going to bother. And the chances that we'll go into a war with Pakistan, very, very low. The reason being that we are actually fighting economic battle with Pakistan. By signing the European Union Free Trade Agreement, Indian textiles practically gets a free access to the European market, thereby directly threatening Pakistan's textile industry as well as Bangladesh textile industry. When both these are cut off and Indian textiles enter the space, band bajega. It will blow the death knell for both Pakistan and Bangladesh textile industry. Coming back to central bank digital currency. Central bank digital currency, even we have it. What we call as digital rupee. Digital rupee is as same as what our normal rupee. There is no difference. It is backed obviously by RBI. So it's a proper legal thing. But then what is the difference here? From normal rupee or normal transactions, whatever we have. Yeah. Normal 200 rupees note is there in my purse. And how is that different from a digital rupee? The idea, the whole point of this entire thing is the technology that is there behind it. And what is the technology? Blockchain technology. Now, for blockchain technology, what do you mean by that? Blockchain technology. This is the same technology that has been used as a trial run for e-voting. Take it from me. I am expecting in 2029, at least on a trial run has already started, to be very honest. Trial run has been already completed once in Telangana, and it has already been completed in this last elections. E-voting has already started. But in 2029, it will get even more prominent. It will get even more widespread. So I'll explain first how e-voting works under using this blockchain technology. So what happens there is, basically, the first aspect of it is what? The first aspect is So, from the Election Commission of India, they will verify your voter's ID. Don't forget that there is currently an ongoing SIR, Special Intensive Revision, with which the entire voters list is getting updated. Once I have the fully updated data with me, I can cross check with ECI to find out whether this person is a verified voter or not. And let us say it is normal. Mudavat Sanjana, it is normal. It will take time. Current affairs, welcome to current affairs. It will at least take 2 to 3 months to get used to it. So SIR, ECI voters ID, it will get verified. That is, let us say now who's Shaktiman. Okay, Shaktiman. Poof. Okay, so Shaktiman's voters ID. Shaktiman in his mobile, by the way, in your smartphone, you can do your vote. So first Shaktiman will enter his voters ID. That will be cross-checked by ECI. Once it is approved, then comes the next step. Maybe let us say from UIDAI, your Aadhaar number will be cross-checked. Not just your Aadhaar number. They will even check the name, the photograph, because for your voter's ID there is a photograph. For your Aadhaar also there is a photograph. They will cross-check it. They will compare the two photos and they will see whether this is authentic or not. Once this cross-checking is done, it again verifies. Now this is done. Next thing obviously to verify would be what? The next step would be to verify your mobile number. Let us say from TRI. Verifying your mobile, verifying your Aadhaar. They will be sending OTP. Getting the point? Then that also gets verified. The last and the final step would be to open your phone's front camera. A live photo will be taken and it will be cross-checked again. Once all of this is done, a final block is formed. A final block where the details are cross-checked by UIDAI, Election Commission of India, TRI, and your mobile's front camera. This is the block. Now let us say I want to hack into the system. Make some jugaad I want to do. Some tampering I want to do on it. With the current available technology, this is impossible. Why? To put it very technically, there is no single point of failure. That is, if I have to hack into the system also, I will have to hack simultaneously at 4 places. Which are those 4 places? Simultaneously means at the exact maybe nanosecond I will have to hit simultaneously the website of ECI, the website of, the data set of ECI, data set of UIDAI, data set of TRI, and yes, your mobile's front camera. With the current available technology what we have, it is simply impossible. Maybe tomorrow, when quantum technology is developed at its fullest, and quantum technology or quantum computers becomes so affordable that people can buy it, common man can buy it, and they can invest in it, maybe then. But that is a big maybe, which may happen after 100 years or so. We don't know. But the bottom line is, this is a reality and this will happen. So as you can clearly see, every block is constantly cross-checked and verified. That entire path, I can check it. That is the same beauty that is there with digital rupee also. That means if I am going to give let us say Manish Singh 100 rupees. Manish Singh will take that 100 rupees and where will he spend, I won't know. But under digital rupee, how will the transactions be? Under digital rupee, this is my physical wallet. Correct. I can see it, I can touch it. In digital rupee, there will be something called as Manish Singh Yadav. This is my digital wallet. This is Manish's digital wallet. Got the point? Instead of bank account, you are putting it in a digital wallet there. This is completely secured by RBI. Got the point? Now I am giving him how much? I am giving him 100 rupees. This pathway, once he also approves the transaction, I also approve the transaction, that pathway is created. From there, he gave 30 rupees to Pani Puri Wala. Then he gave another 40 rupees. He bought a chocolate for his girlfriend. Then for 30 rupees, he bought another chocolate for his another girlfriend. Entire transaction is tracked down. Entire transaction. RBI sitting in one position will be able to find out from end to end where did the money travel or how did the money travel, in how many hands it got exchanged. Just a matter of time. Why am I telling just a matter of time? Means we have again signed 2-3 multiple deals with Europe. That is one of it. I will very quickly I will tell it to you. It is called Blue Ramen. What is Blue Ramen? This is again part of that India-Europe corridor. Got the point? So far, no, Vladimir. In Blue Ramen simply means Raman as in named after the famous scientist C.V. Raman. This Blue Ramen is nothing but a very big internet data deal that we have signed with Europe. From Europe, internet will come and it will land in India. Land in India means it will land exactly in Mumbai. And this is supposed to give some trillions of bytes in terms of data, which will actually improve the speed as well as the latency is reduced. Latency as in the waiting period is reduced. So like this, around 3 deals we have signed. Mumbai, Chennai, Kochi, Visakhapatnam, that is Vizag, and one is coming up in West Bengal. So in totally all these places, internet connection is going to come, which will increase or enhance our internet speed. They are only talking about you can actually make video calls very fast, you can play games very fast. Those are the only advantages that you will read in any current affair news for that matter, because that is what government wants us to believe. But the reality is that by 2030, you take it from me, you do any activity online, it will be monitored by the government. You make a payment, you purchase something, you send somebody money, the entire thing will be monitored. Whatever we know, the life as we know of will change once again drastically, because we will move into e-voting. And when e-voting happens, it is not that from morning till evening, oh my God, now BJP, this candidate is leading. Congress candidate just overtook the BJP candidate. What a brilliant victory. That is not going to happen. With blockchain technology, what will happen is morning you conduct the election. By evening, probably you will get to know who is the winner. That's it. The entire counting, everything will become automated. And whoever demands for any data, take the printout and give. Yeah, take. Go and verify. Because there is no way by which you can hack into the system. There is no way by which you can hack in even into this system. That means days of money laundering is gone. Terror financing, forget it. As far as bribe and corruption is also concerned, you can forget that too. It will become very difficult. The only thing probably that any government servant will be able to do as bribe would be probably enter into a nice restaurant and then eat as much as possible, ask the particular guy to pay the bill. Buying assets, etc. will become very, very difficult. Got the point here? Final packet of the data also, how are you going to hack it? Because this is blockchain technology is like that. How are you going to hack it? That final packet, it is all cross-connected. This is all interconnected. This is connected to UIDA. This is connected to ECI. How are you going to hack it? There is no technology as of now to hack the system. We are developing it. Why do we need some other country's help? Temporarily, we have started using it also. That is the reality here. Observe. E-rupee has approximately 7 million users. Underwater cable, Arun Kumar. Underwater cable. Underwater cables are being used basically for optical fiber cables for complete ensuring more than 90% of the transmission will happen and reduced loss or wastage will be there. Getting the point here. That is the whole aspect of it. And this year onwards, you can see it coming into picture. Why gamers or gaming? What is wrong with gamers or gaming? Gamers or gaming, it is a huge profitable venture. Who said gamers or gaming is a bad idea? Gamers or gaming is a bad idea only if these people are sitting with mobile phone and they are actually using their parents' money to buy some, rare type of gun or something, some additional feature. But other than that, let me tell you, one guy from Kerala basically, so he's a gamer. So his parents used to scold him. He used to keep quiet because he had a target in his mind. One day, he called them both, made them sit down. He took his passbook out. He showed it to his family. His father just looked at him like that. Because what an average government servant will make after 30 years of his career, sincerely, only with salary, he had that saving in his account. And he had not even turned 30. Father kept quiet, mother kept quiet. He constructed a house for them. He started, earning better. Now they have no problems with it. Got the picture here? Anything as long as you are not harming anyone, hurting anyone, but you're able to earn your own hard-earned money, do it. To confidential data losses. Naman Kuvera, see, data losses may happen. That is a risk that is otherwise also there, right? That is a risk which is there otherwise also. How guaranteed are we that our data is not already there? It is said that half of the Indians' data, whoever is having a social media account, already their data, their details are already out there. Apple constantly gives me notification telling that we have blocked this many people this week. Getting the point here. Crypto and digital currency, Arushi, it is the only difference is that digital currency is backed by a central bank or by the government. It has value. Whereas cryptocurrency, if you generally say, who decides the value of cryptocurrency, who is responsible for it, we have no idea. There is no guarantee for these things. Ramu Patna La. Then the Indo-European Union Strategic Agreement, we know they have signed it, but many of the details about it is still very sketchy and very shady. What we know so far is that yes, India will get access to free trade agreement, the open markets. Most of the around 99% of the tariff has been dropped. So Indian goods will get easy access. We can expect our exports to shoot up again. We have signed multiple deals which involves sharing in terms of AI, semiconductor, aerocraft, aeronautical engineering, all of that. So we can expect some amount of change happening in the country in the next 5 years. Don't be surprised if a completely Desi brand of engine, I know there is Kaveri, etc. already, but don't be surprised if we develop an engine in collaboration with European Union inside India. Clear? AG unique. I have no idea about the latest, rules or regulations with regard to filling of UPSC form. Under PWOnlyIAS YouTube English channel, there are 2 videos released by Harpreet Sir with regard to the filling. Please check that out. Crypto use blockchain technology, e-rupee doesn't. Who said that, Manoj Fulvaria? After entire Mahabharata is over, you are asking who is Raman's Sita? E-rupee also use blockchain technology. Technology is the same everywhere. It is blockchain technology. The difference between crypto and digital currency is that a digital currency is backed either by a government or central bank. Cryptocurrency, we don't know who is key, who created it, who backs it. We have no idea. Clear? Now let us move to one of the most important, Supreme Court and menstrual health. See, I will tell you people, Article 21. With each and every ruling, what is happening is Supreme Court is broadening the scope and ambit of Article 21. So Article 21, if you again see, today it has literally come to where in the last few years, if you see, it has come till menstrual health now. So what is it? Basically, Supreme Court is saying that menstrual hygiene management measures in educational institutions form part of the fundamental right to life and dignity under Article 21 of the Constitution. Menstruating students suffer stigma, humiliation, exclusion, and avoidable suffering. The first and foremost thing is, see, first of all, like I have told a gazillion number of times, it is the boys of this country who need to change, who don't know ABCD. The other day also I came across a video where some idiot was actually telling, I don't know whether he's from India or from abroad or whatever it is. He was basically telling that men's, that is during periods, if a woman is going through bleeding, it is all because her mind is weak. Strong mind will not lead to bleeding at all. See, I get my periods. That is what that guy said. Guy said, I get my periods, but I don't bleed. Why? Because my mind is strong. To which another girl replied, it is not because your mind is strong, brother. It is because you're pregnant. Go and find who the father is. Because whatever. Point what I want to tell you here is, people today also think that menstruation is associated with impurity. The sad part of this is that there are people sitting in legislative positions, MLAs, MPs, etc., who actually pass crass and vulgar comments with regard to periods. Sexist jokes are often passed against it. So Supreme Court has basically said that you have to ensure an atmosphere where these things are avoided. Starting point of all this is that even now, if you go to some of the schools in our country, there are no separate toilets. Very disturbing. So I read the newspaper, right? I got disturbed. Why should I get disturbed alone? I will share that disturbance with you. So in a school, the toilet cleaning staff, they entered a toilet, girls' toilet, and they found few drops of blood in the commode. Immediately, she alerted the headmistress that some girl has got her periods. What that headmistress and the cleaning staff did next was, they literally started calling out each girl and they started checking their undergarments for blood. I am not joking. This happened in India, in our country. I think hardly maybe 6 months ago, give or take. 6 months ago. First of all, when I read that article, I was like this is not true. This cannot be happening. But it was true and it did happen. The headmistress or the principal concerned was suspended or whatever. Case was also registered against them. But that is the reality. When a girl gets periods, it's like, oh my God. That is the reaction what they give. For example, if those of you who are brothers, who have sisters, you should have all bought sanitary pad for your sisters at any one point of time. So how it is it given? All folded up in a black cover. This is how it is given. No, I never used to give that. I would give it openly only. Yeah, take. But the way the shopkeeper, the shopkeeper also is a little shy in giving away sanitary pad. Because he's like, go. As if something will happen to him if he just takes it and gives it. I have always found it weird. But anyway, that is the reality. Because the whole idea is what? Impurity. That is a result. But what is the biology behind it? If we are all sitting here healthily, it is only because our mothers had healthy periods. Women underwent through period. Hence we are born. That is the bottom line. But unfortunately, that is not what we expect. Access to sanitary pads are not there. Some people cannot afford it. Unfortunately, even in this 2026 year, women in remote area use leaf. Leaf. They use to clean themselves up or to collect the blood. And then they keep throwing it, which again will lead to what? Infections. Usage of leaf is especially extensive among tribal population. That is the point here. Got the logic? Taking it further forward. And yes, the court basically used a word also. Menstrual poverty. Menstrual poverty means you're not having access to any of this. You're not having access to sanitary pad. You don't have access to proper toilets. Because unfortunately, even today, we have unisex toilets in some establishments where both men and women can go. We have unisex toilets sometimes even in schools because that is all that they can afford. So when it is a matter of unisex toilet, that is for both boys and girls, one toilet. As soon as a woman or a girl hits puberty, she will drop her studies. In other words, menstrual poverty single-handedly can actually reduce the literacy rate among girls. And once this happens, that is at the home, inside the home, okay, girl gets her periods. Remote area, rural area of the country means the father will already decide what, okay, now it is her age to get married. And depending upon how good or bad that girl's horoscope is, let us say 13 she got it, by 14 or 15 she'll be married off, by 17 she'll become a mother of a child. Sometimes this gap also won't be there. How is it possible to use a leaf? Welcome to India. Yeah, bad cloth, correct. Correct. True. True. How can Ritu Verma, don't even try it. Don't even try it. Whatever you can see, trying to change the people around you, that is different. It is impossible. For example, one very senior guy, you also would have seen that video, right? Where he basically said that one fellow from Bihar, very senior guy, senior as in very old fellow. He was basically telling that लड़का लड़की अगर छेड़खानी करे तो लड़के को जेल भेजे और लड़की को घर भेजे, ये काय का नीति है? दोनों को जेल भेजना चाहिए. English translation: if a guy eve teases a girl, how is it that the guy is going to the jail and the girl is going to her home? It should be equality. Both should be sent to jail, because eve teasing happens, it is also because the girl also have eve teased the boy. That is rural India for you. Just because I have quoted the state of Bihar doesn't mean that the rest of the states are all very empowered and enlightened souls. No. It is high on misogyny and high on patriarchy. So never try to change them. You be the change. Got the point here? This violates the right to privacy and bodily autonomy of students because no privacy. And sometimes the even more better part, government schools, right? Toilet will be there, but everything is khule, 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 khule. No door, no facilities. No door, no privacy. What will the girl child do then? Absolutely. Clear. Girl uteases a boy how? Very good question, Arun Kumar. What is needed? Functional toilets, adequate menstrual products, availability of water, privacy and hygiene disposal mechanisms. Yeah, that is the next thing. Water ka to pucho bhi mat. Don't even ask about water because water probably when you get the water from any other part of India, it will either have high salt content, which will cause burning sensation. Number two, it will have high presence of E. coli bacteria, as we saw in the cleanest city in India, Indore. Anybody from Madhya Pradesh or Indore here? No offense. So, infection is guaranteed. No privacy and hygienic disposal mechanisms are also not there. Where to throw this? Where to dump it? That is the other issue. In cities, especially what we see is they just put all the garbage together. So when the sanitation workers, they open the garbage because they have to segregate it, then these pads will come falling out. Imagine their plight. People are not ready to touch a sanitary pad which is kept in a box. Correct. Imagine holding a sanitary pad in your hand which has blood in it. So sanitation issue or disposing of sanitary pads or even for that matter pampers in our country is a very difficult thing. Because people simply don't have what? Not the civic sense where you switch on the camera and some innocent bypasser walks away. This is the proper civic sense that I'm talking about. Clear? Directions to states and union territories and schools are being given. Okay, you do this, you do that, this you should do, that you should do. But do you think they are going to do it? Absolutely not. Do you think people are bothered about it? Again, absolutely not. Because in our country, we are only bothered about what? Caste and religion. Education, sanitation, women's safety and security, everything comes after that. Compliance with Section 19 of the Right to Education Act relating to norms and standards, including separate washrooms for boys and girls. This is actually there under RTE. Section 19. But don't worry, it is blatantly violated. Awareness and sensitization has also to be done. Clear, people? Correct. Prashant Angroya. Always stay one. Oh, one. Baki. Oh, Baki also you put up. So this is what I told you. Wherever content or data, rather than giving, again, long articles, I thought, okay, let me just deliver the content for you. India steel sector, current steel production is around 125 million tons. Projected requirement by mid-century is around more than 400 million tons. Steel sector contributes to 12% of India's total carbon emissions. Viable near zero emission tech at carbon price. That means if we have to bring those technologies where zero carbon emissions are there, it will cost anywhere between $90 to $100 per ton, which is very, very expensive. Low carbon steel investment is 30 to 50% higher than normal technologies, which will pollute. So to actually make green steel in India is going to be difficult. However, because of our EU FTA, we will have to wait and watch how that will materialize. Oh, it was sarcasm, my lord. I was about to give you a piece of my mind. They didn't even have flush in the toilet. Oh. March 8th. Oh, wonderful. Quality will not be good. Exactly, Shweta. Correct, Shian Mukherjee. शक्तिमान सर की हिंदी बहुत ग्रेट है इसलिए सर हिंदी नहीं बोलेंगे या खुदा Central Deputation of IPS officers. This is just for your information. Nothing to do great. Back to back. Now, what is it? UPSC is like UPSC as well as Labasna is like punching the aspirants royally. Correct. It's like they are hitting on a punching bag. So, the latest is that Central Deputation of IPS officers, Center has basically said that from SP rank onwards, if Center says that we need people here to work in our under central government for 2 years' time, state should send them. Earlier, what used to be the procedure was that state government's clearance had to be taken, and even I will ask the SP also. Oh, okay, will you come with me? Okay, but no more. I will just tell you will come. That's it. For how many years? 2 years with center. Wherever center wants, they will put you there. Wherever they want. They won't ask any questions to you. They will not even ask, are you okay with this? Aja beta. Come on. That is the bottom line. Got the point here. The other one interesting thing is, if you trust me, you got IPS. You got IPS. Now you decided, but you got some cadre, some state, which is of not your liking. So you decided to give UPSC once more. You can opt for IAS, every other service other than IPS. That is the next jhatka. If you get a cadre, be happy with it. In case you got into IAS, in case you got into IFS, can you rewrite it again? Absolutely not. On top of it, in Labasna, they have basically decided to ensure that the smartphone related activities, posting reels, posting slow-mo videos, this, that, etc. Nothing doing. There are designated zones now where they have clearly mentioned no videography and no photography. You're not supposed to shoot anything. Discipline has been made even more stricter. Can't blame them, because as it is these days, we only see real stars rather than civil servants. When I say civil servants, means it includes state service, central service, and all India service. Getting the point? All slow motion music, wind is flying, khaitan from one side, and then the correct angle, perfect angle. If you or I actually take a photograph with the front camera, we will look like our Aadhaar photo. There will be hardly any difference. Correct? But these people, perfect angle, perfect lighting, low angle shots, high angle shots, leg is falling first, then man bhavaru utte, tarasu utte, background score. What not? Dedicated PR team. Come on, they are rich, right? They can do it. So it is almost like government is drawing a line and selling that. Enough. Don't worry. This won't be the end of it. More stricter rules will come. More stricter rules. As it is now, your cadre choice is also what? Tandani nane nani nano. Alphabetical order it is. A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. Depending upon what, in which place the planetary positions are, you can get pushed away to some faraway state, or you can get your home cadre. Got the point here? How is it related? Green Steel and EU FTA. See, EU already has a carbon border adjustment mechanism. Okay, whatever steel that they are producing, it is all green. It is all green steel, high quality steel it is. Now, we can get access to that technology. Technology access we can get. We can actually take away their energy efficient technologies. European Union energy efficient technologies are like number one. Got the point? That you can take. Absolutely. Correct. Army has stopped it long time ago, Mohit. Very, very long time ago. Done. So that is about it. Just and again, as of December 23, 2025, 229 SP level posts were sanctioned at the center. Out of these 229, 100 posts were 4 are vacant. 256 deputy inspector general level posts were sanctioned, in which 69 posts were vacant. See, in other words, what it simply means is you get a cadre, you get a service, take it and move on. Next option is what? The cadre, what you get, take it and move on. Next thing is what? Your future after you enter the service, your posting and transfer. Again, take it and move on. That's it. Clear? Supreme Court, autism and stem cell therapy. This is a pretty much straightforward article. This is again a perfect example of where Judiciary is doing a good job. Even with that menstrual health also we can say the same. Judiciary doing a good job. Why? Now, for autism, many clinics are actually offering stem cell therapy. That is, to stem cell, we can change the autism. Autism can be cured. Stem cell means what? It is basically undifferentiated cells in the human body. Undifferentiated. Undifferentiated simply means you can think of it as just like clay. You can mold it into any shape, you can convert it into anything. Or in other words, from this stem cell, I can even develop what? I can even develop a nerve cell. So some unscrupulous clinic has been taking huge quantities of money, huge amounts, not quantity, huge amounts of money, claiming that through stem cell therapy they can cure autism, when there is no clinical or scientific research or evidence to back it up. So Supreme Court came down heavily telling that what nonsense is this? You are actually emotionally somebody's vulnerability, because which parent will want their kid to have autism? Correct? Indian parents are basically like, if the child is behaving in a slightly different manner, Indian parents will go gaga. And with these days, so many so-called self-styled psychologists telling, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, it will become trauma, that trauma, this trauma, etc. It becomes very difficult today even to raise a kid. Got the point? So in such a scenario, parents will get scared when they get to know, oh my God, child has got autism, oh my God. Then what they will do? They will ready to take any treatment possible, even if it runs into crores together. The Supreme Court put a complete ban on this thing. Even scolded the central government and state governments also. What are you people doing? How did you even allow something like this to happen under your nose? Clear? Correct? It held that consent obtained for such therapy would be invalid because adequate disclosure of risks, benefits, and efficacy cannot be satisfied. The court ruled that patient autonomy cannot be extended to claim access to scientifically unvalidated and ethically impermissible medical procedures. Just because I have given consent, or the parent has given consent, telling that, yeah, we are okay with whatever risk is there, doesn't mean a medical procedure which has no scientific backing, it will become valid. Clear? The court criticized the union government for failing to act against clinics offering Unproven stem cell therapies for autism spectrum disorder. Can anybody tell me what is autism, by the way? Very quickly. In simple words. I don't want chat GPT answer. Autism, people. Have you watched that movie? My Name is Khan. Oh, that. No, it is not a psychological problem. No, it is not OCD. Okay. It's like a neurological condition. Correct. That is the right thing. Harshita Sharma. That is the correct thing. That is, the person has problems in simple communication and even with interaction. If you look at it, they will always be like, they won't even give proper eye contact. They won't even give proper eye contact. People think, and they are very sensitive to certain loud sounds, sensitive to certain colors. They will get very angry and very irritated. They'll like openly express it. When we get angry, we'll be like, oh, we won't do that. But autistic people, they will literally, maybe for others it may look like, for such a small thing, why is this kid behaving like this? But that is what it is. Correct. Exactly. It's a neurological problem, not psychological. Psychological problem is what we all have, thanks to our Indian parents. Anyway, Har Ghar Jal survey. So that article wise, if you see, too many points are there. Okay. Too many points. But in some... Okay. But summary, how to summarize it? The numerical data. And what is that numerical data? 98% of surveyed rural households had tap connections. This is conducted by the Ministry of Jal Jeevan to see in how many households pipe connection is there and to what extent these pipes will give water, not air. You open the pipe and Hava starts coming out. It won't look good, right? Whether that water comes. Number 3, whether that water is of good quality. Correct. It shouldn't be having E. coli bacteria telling to us, hello, missed me. That also shouldn't be the case. So they did a survey. This is what they found out. 83% of households reported receiving water at least once in the 7 days prior to the survey. Wow. Just before the survey, they've ensured that one day at least let us put the water so that people will say, we also got water. 97% or more availability was reported by Goa, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh and several union territories. 61% availability was reported in Bihar. 72% availability reported in UP, 74% in Nagaland. 80% of households received the sanctioned 55 liters per person per day. Very good thing. Clear? Pluripotent stem cell is legal, brother. Who is that brother or sister? I don't know. Kaila. Poof. But pluripotent stem cell or stem cell therapy can be used as a treatment for autism. Where is the evidence for it? That is the point here. Clear? Yep, 24% compliance with water quantity norm was reported in Sikkim. 58% compliance reported in Gujarat. 76% of households met water quality standards based on E. coli, total coliform and pH tests. 76% of households were benefited from the scheme as intended. 19,812 villages were covered. 2.72 lakh villages were certified as Har Ghar Jal village. Nationally, 2.72. Total number of villages in country, 5.8 lakh. Still a lot to go. Clear? 2.98 lakh households were surveyed in the 2022 assessment. That is past data. FII, foreign institutional investment, like I told you, FII simply means what? Somebody, a foreigner sitting abroad, making investment in India's share market. How are they doing it? Through institutions. That is, if I'm a US citizen, I'll contact an US bank there. US bank will contact some Indian bank or Indian financial institution here. And through them, they will buy the shares. But what is the reality that is happening as of now? 35,962 crore is the net selling by FIIs in January alone. Means what? Dollars going out. Rupee will depreciate further. 1,66,286 crore is the cumulative net selling by FI in calendar year, not 2024, 2025. Clear? Interesting. 312 crore is the net equity purchased by FIS through mutual funds over 4 months. That is only this much amount foreigners have purchased in the last 4 months. Peanuts. Clear? Every data is not required. See, when I give you data, I want you to pick and choose the ones which you can remember easily. Got the point? I will keep giving data after data. Plethora I will give you. Especially when I give under one single topic, when I give too many data, it is not that all the data you have to sit on by heart. Pick and choose. 1 or 2 best data, which will be what? Okay, 2.72 lakh villages has Harghar Jal coverage today. But within that, when you see, it is roughly 70% only where water quality or water standards availability has been maintained. Khatam. Where it is very, very poor. In terms of quality standards, we can say Sikkim, 24%. In terms of availability, we can quote Bihar, 61%. End of the story. Best state, worst state, national level data, end of the picture. Here also, what is it? More than 30, close to 35,000 crore, more than 35,000 crore or 36,000 crore. Said Tata bye-bye. How much has come in last 4 months? About 300 crore. Clearly showing that people don't have that much level of trust in Indian share market. Why? Because ideally, if you see Indian share prices today, if you really see, right, it is already at such high levels. Very high levels it is. If anybody tries to enter into share market now, they'll be like, yeah, everything is expensive. That is what they are going to feel. That is the reason most of the people feels that you won't be able to get that level of return now because prices are already very high. So we need a crash. Fresh FIIs to come in, to be very honest. And it may happen now. It may happen. The reason being that I told you, right, IT sector, we can expect a few more crash in the Sensex in the near future. And once that happens, again, fresh FIIs will come. I know, but that is the reality of life. For every adversity, there is always some ray of hope. Clear, people? So UPSC Maha Marathon Udan 2026 in pure English language. For the first time, we are going to bring it. Alright. A mega marathon revision of all the GS subjects, government schemes, mapping as well as CSAT. More details of this will come on Monday when I come live at 6 p.m. Apart from that, from Thursday onwards, we will start with the first subject, which is Polity Udan Marathon Rapid Revision. And I will be taking it. Okay? But further details on this. So test series will be free. Ebooks will be there. Notes also you will get. I mean, this is the golden opportunity for you to sit and revise. If you have some friends who are already preparing or who are just considering preparing, etc., etc., spread the message. I mean, it doesn't hurt, right? If you get exposed to a rapid revision, you have some idea about the subject and that will help you. Clear? If FI gets more investment, if they invest in US bonds, so they're selling in India. Correct. Not only because of US bond, it is also to do with the fact that in USA right now, a lot of investments is happening. Google, Microsoft, Meta, everybody are investing in AI. $200 billion has been pledged, I think by Meta or Google, I'm not able to recall, they have pledged for investments in AI. So that is the reason. That is why everybody is going to USA and investing right now. Clear? Cumulative net selling means totally for that 4-month period or 5-month period, including the buying and the selling. That is, some people would have bought, some people would have sold. Putting all of it together, what was it finally? How much it was? That is the point. Clear? Moving further, health expenditure survey. This again a lot of data, but yes, I've clubbed it down to this. What does this whole article say is, union governments, that is the central government, expenditure on health has come down. Targeted government health spending under National Health Policy 2017 was 2.5% of GDP by 2025, where union government target share was 40% for the National Health Mission. Current union government health spending is at 0.29% of GDP. 40% means 40% share for National Health Mission, health policy, 40 is to 60, whatever. Okay. But how much? Value-wise, if you see, current union government health spending is 0.29. Union health spending declined from 0.37% of GDP in 2020-21 to 0.29% in 25-26. Union government has declined, especially after pandemic. Ulta, on the state side, what we are saying, states actually started spending more after the pandemic. Union health share in the total union budget declined from 2.26 to 2.05. Union health allocation declined by 22.5% in real terms to 43%. State health spending increased from 0.67 to 1.1%. State health share in total state budgets also increased from 5 to 5.6. Whereas union health allocation declined by 22.5%. Again, it's the same data. So, bottom line is this. States increased it from 5 to 5.6. Union government decreased it from 0.37% of their GDP to 0.29. Health and education cess, 4% health and education cess rate. That is the, what is cess? Cess is basically tax on tax, which can be utilized only for the specific purpose. That is, if I bought chai worth 100 rupees, 18 rupees, let us say, oh, 1 minute. Yeah, 9 rupees SGST, state GST, central GST another 9. So totally 118. What was the tax? 18 rupees. 4% of 18. 18 into 4, 72. That is 0.72 rupees. 118 and 0.72, it will get rounded off. 119 rupees. This is how it will work. Tax on tax. Got the logic? 100 rupees for the chai. This is GST component. GST, let us say it is around 18% because I sat and drank it in a nice fancy restaurant. AC restaurant. So 18%. So 9 rupees for SGST. CGST 9. Add it up 118. Cess is what? Tax on tax. 4% on 18. What is that? 18 into 4, 72 divided by 100, 0.72. 118 plus 0.72. 118.72. It will be rounded off to 119. But where will this 0.72 go? That 0.72 has to go only for what? Health and education. This 0.72 cannot go for defense. That is, for whatever purpose I am collecting it, only for that purpose I have to utilize it. Got the point here? ये क्या है? Because sir is Kerala. Sir is not Kerala. Sir is Indian. Sir was born in Kerala. Okay. Sir is Kerala. क्या? 71,180 crore cess collection in 2023-24. Health share from this cess was around 17,795 crore. All right. Salman Khan personality case. Again, Article 21. 2-3 important things here. One news like says 41 years, menstruation news here interested in fine. Am I going in the wrong direction? Mudavat Sanjana, the other things that you're asking about, 41% devolution, that current affairs I'm yet to take. This is actually backlog, what is already pending. Because of the economic survey last week, I was not able to cover the week before. That is what I am covering here. This week's also I will cover, don't worry. Coming back, can you make me IAS? No. Next one. Sir, is it possible someone like files a PIL regarding the continuous mockery of parliament sessions? What? You can file a PIL, but it will be thrown into the dustbin by the Supreme Court. Because it is whatever is said or done inside a parliament cannot be questioned in a court of law. You cannot drag the MPs or the government for actually causing disruptions in the parliament because it is an entirely legislative procedure. So disruptions is not a valid reason for even the court to question anything. That is the bottom line. Why spending on health is decreased means it has got a lot to do with the grants that are going out of Finance Commission, which the article did not very conveniently decided to ignore. From the Finance Commission, if you see, 41% goes to the states. Specific health grants are actually sent to local bodies also. Local bodies, when I say, it means Panchayati Raj institutions as well as urban local bodies like municipality, municipal corporation, etc. So already allocations are going. And ultimately, if you see, health has more relevance from a local perspective rather than from a central perspective. Correct? Health ultimately, let us say, for example, now in Indore hospital, newborn babies died because rats came and bit it. Yeah, you can blame the central government because basically from municipality to the state government to the central government, it is the same political party. But ultimately, when you talk about immediate responsibility, when it comes to cleanliness of a government hospital, whose responsibility it is? The local body, the state government. They are supposed to be taking responsibility. The health minister there, as well as the municipal chairman or the municipal corporation CEO, whoever it is. Correct. So fund is anyway coming in the form of health grant. What is a grant? Money which is given. You need not return it back. It's not a loan. It is like, keep it. Keep it. That is what it is. That is the reason. Getting the point here. What center is trying to do is, center is trying to give as much funding at the local level. Local level, we are giving you the funding. We are giving you the money. Now you manage your health. You manage your problems. I only want to deal with the larger problems in the country. I don't want to indulge in other things. Whatever a state can manage or whatever a local body can manage, let them manage it. Why should everything come only from top? You're being given the money. You maintain the standards now. I wish, Aditya. See, those of you who want to stay, in touch with the class, that is, if you feel that you will sleep off, even though my voice is that as ugly as possible, you may do that. But again, when you make notes, ensure that it is like short gist. Word to word, sentence to sentence, don't write the full Mahabharata. Main points only. That you can note down. Started. First of all, it is not abstain file. Mohit, it is abstain file. EP. Poof. Personality case. Salman Khan's personality case is very, very similar to the same case what had happened with regard to Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, with regard to Ms. Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, Abhishek Bachchan. Although who will take Abhishek Bachchan's voice, I don't know. Anyway, Chiranjeevi, etc., etc. That is basically, and even Anil Kapoor for that matter. That is, there are a lot of AI platforms today that is using celebrities face, physique, voice, etc. to generate fake AI videos. And some of these videos, let me tell you, it is borderline nauseating. You will feel like vomiting if you see it. As I've said it in my CCA class, there is a pathetic video where they made an AI video of Amitabh Bachchan kissing Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. It is from an award show, from Filmfare, where both of them have won that award in that same year. So they both are standing together, and they actually used an AI generated software to actually make them both kiss. So all these celebrities are now moving to court telling that my image, my voice should not be used for anything illegal. So from court, they are getting some protection. Why they are going to the court? As usual, because we don't have any law in the country protecting personality. If my memory serves me right, I'm not sure. Denmark, I think Netherlands, basically, they have passed a law where they said that you cannot use, when you make an AI video, you cannot use the face or voice or anything of a person who is alive or dead. That is a living entity, a person, a real person's voice, etc. You're not supposed to use. They passed a law like that, a strict law. In India, we don't have a law. Government actually, if you look at it, government is playing dilly-dallying here. They are doing that. Why? Because AI is still in its nascent stage. Government fears that if they bring any rule or law, it may kill AI creativity. Government fears that it may affect foreign investments, etc. Because see, when we say what is wrong in passing a law like this, see, you cannot simply say a law, okay, no more you can use this, use that. You cannot do that. You have to think it from every angle. So far from government side, we don't have any clarity on these things. On the other side, government's argument, they are saying that there is digital personal data protection Act. DP, Digital Personal Data Protection Act is there. With that act, you can take your, you can protect your identity. But the beauty of this act is that this will come into effect only in 2027, I think. Till then, whatever nonsense has to happen will keep happening. My advice to all the boys and girls, especially to the girls and boys also, because see, it is a very sad thing. In UP, I read that a boy basically, an AI generated video they made of him and his sisters. He was so disturbed for 1 week, and they were constantly threatening him, blackmailing him, that at the end of 1 week, unable to bear the mental torture, he went and committed suicide. Got the logic here? This is one incident there. In another incident, totally unrelated incident, in the state of Karnataka, a government servant, when she was not there in her government quarters, listen to me very carefully, okay? Government quarters. She has a servant. That servant opened the door for 3 colleagues of that lady officer. The 3 colleagues entered. They kept cameras in the bedroom, in the bathroom, etc. Hidden cameras, recorded all videos. They started sending it to the government officer, lady officer, telling that, see, we have your videos, better pay us this much money. Initially, obviously, she was a little taken aback, but then she gathered her courage. She went to the police station. Police also cooperated with her completely. They created this whole mahol that she's ready to make the payment. When the 3 idiots entered, cops came and arrested them. 2 scenarios. One ended in suicide. The other 3 are in jail. And that is exactly what you should do. When, in case it is a real video, fake video, whatever video it is, don't get disturbed or don't get bogged down. Instead, go and file a complaint. That is what is important. Name and publicly shame those people who are trying to threaten you or blackmail you. Because let me tell you, this is a new reality that we have to live with. Anybody can make any video, any poster, any photo in this era today. And with the way AI is developing, it is very difficult to find out, what is what. Which is real, which is fake? Got the point here? National bird of India, and the answer was Narendra Modi. Oh, okay. It is not because of that. See, kids will basically keep repeating the name which they see the most. Not necessary that kid doesn't know the difference between a bird and a, what is it, human being. First of all, the $1 million question is, did the kid understand the meaning of national bird? Exactly, Shravan. Oh, I love your spirit, man. Shravan is telling, Arey, India is so big. You can go and live somewhere. Exactly. Why worry? They see, that is the reason. Government so far there is no protection. The only protection is DPDP. It is only legal protection that is out there. Okay, now the other aspect of it is, the only confusing part in this whole thing is court fees and commercial litigation practice. Interim injunctions. What is this interim? Say for example now, let us say now Salman Khan, when he files a case, he will obviously file a defamation suit. He will demand 100 crore from some company. Okay. Now ideally, based on what amount you are going to, amount you are going to charge on the other person, a percentage of this you have to pay as what? Court fees. Let us say 10%. 10 CR you have to pay to the court. Salman Khan will feel dak karne laga. Correct? He won't feel exactly happy about it. So instead, what they are all resorting, all celebrities are doing is interim injunctions. That is, it is almost like a temporary a halt. Temporary halt in such matters without immediate payment of court fees. Courts will grant it, telling them, okay, on this company, whatever videos are there, that is what it simply means is this, we are directing this company hereby, whatever videos of Salman Khan you have, like you have used his voice or whatever it is, reduce, take it down immediately. Yeah, in between, that is what interim it is. That is fine. It's not final verdict. It is not at all final verdict. It is just temporary. Final verdict means obviously he will have to pay the full fees. This is temporary. Now what is happening is almost everybody are utilizing this because they are like, we earn in crores, but we don't want to pay 2 or 3 crore to the court. So what is happening? This practice has attracted judicial and regulatory scrutiny due to the high commercial valuations often cited in celebrity-related claims. Clear? That means basically bottom line is, in the they have said that they have basically observed that almost every celebrity is utilizing this. They are like, we only want one interim injunction. Interim injunction is enough. That only we want. Final verdict you give 10 years later. Temporarily take it down. Got the point here. So court is also like, oh, you people are acting too smart. Interesting. That is where things are standing as of now. We'll have to wait and watch what further judicial rulings will come here. Number 2, what action will be taken by the center specifically. Number 3, if center doesn't take any action, Supreme Court itself will direct the central government or the union government to specifically pass a law protecting the personality rights of every citizen in the country. Abhadu, very good question. UPI transfer में क्या हो रहा है? 2 things. English. UPI transfer, 2 things are involved there. One is bank. Second thing is a UPI payment platform. PhonePe, Paytm, Beam, etc. All these are third party, where data can get lost. And PhonePe, if you notice, PhonePe or be it Paytm, majority of it has Chinese investments in it. PhonePe company also has Chinese investments. Paytm also has Chinese investments. Beam, yes, it is Desi. But ultimately, when you look at it, when you look at the whole scenario here, I have to depend on the banks. I have to depend on the payment platform. And any data, if I need also, I should keep asking them for it. Correct? When it comes to digital rupee, bank is also not really required here. Because the digital wallet I have a bank account. From there, I can take the money and put it in my digital wallet. Transaction, normal transaction. This digital wallet and the subsequent transactions will be monitored by whom? RBI. No third party, nothing. Entire Indians' data with RBI. Got the logic here? No, brother, I don't take Hindi classes. Supreme Court and ED is writ. This is again an article which is still, it is not over. It will still come up. I'll tell you the long and short end of it. Let us go back to Kerala, sir. 100% literacy, sir. So basically, a diplomat from UAE. Diplomat means somebody like an ambassador or somebody working in an embassy, anything it can be. Foreign dignitary who comes in. So that person will not go through the normal airport route like with other passengers. They have something called as a green channel. Green channel means you just walk and come out through it. Minimal checking, all that. Normally they don't check also. You can basically carry whatever you want with it. Got the point? So this UAE national came and customs there got a tip off. What was the tip off? That inside this UAE national's bag there is gold. This UAE national is smuggling gold. Now obviously it's a diplomat. Now if he was some very high post UAE officer means they wouldn't have dared to open. This was like just an embassy worker he was. But still they went and opened it and the tip off was true. It did contain gold. NIA came in and they basically found out that there is some money laundering involved. They alerted the ED. ED started conducting the investigations and it ended up going, ED's investigation even led to State Chief Minister. Till there it was going. State Chief Minister means whether he is directly involved or not, we don't know even now. His daughter, they are telling like the daughter and others are involved here. That is where it went. What did the Chief Minister do? The state government basically responded with by creating a separate team. To what? To investigate the case. Now understand here, already NIA got involved because obviously it is airport, critical infrastructure. So NIA came in just to see whether and UAE, etc., whether any terrorism angle is there. But NIA came, they understood that no terror angle, it's just money laundering. They alerted ED. ED entered. ED is still investigating. That is when state government came and said that they will put a separate team to inquire this now. So what did ED do? ED actually went and filed a writ petition in the High Court by Article 226, by Article 32, as well as by Article 226. You can do what? Writ petition you can apply. Where? Respectively in Supreme Court as well as High Court. That is from habeas corpus, mandamus, certiorari, why do I keep forgetting it? Yeah, quo warranto. Quo warranto, prohibition. These are the 5 writs that you can apply. Correct? ED applied under Article, Enforcement Directorate applied under Article 226 in Kerala High Court. Basically placing a request writ petition telling that stop the government from setting up this team. By what authority are they doing this? ED filed a writ petition. Kerala government filed a counter petition telling that ED is not an individual. ED is not an individual. Correct? Technically speaking, Article 32 or Article 226 is meant for what? My fundamental rights are violated. I can seek remedy. Constitutional, right to constitutional remedy under Article 32, Supreme Court. Supreme Court again has said that where relief is available through High Court, please approach High Court first. So even if my fundamental right is violated, first I will have to approach first High Court under Article 226. ED did that. ED was telling, my rights are violated here. I am coming here. Kerala government is telling, hello, you are not an individual. You are an agency of the government, central government. You cannot file a writ petition. High Court of Kerala accepted ED's petition and rejected Kerala government stand. They said that nothing doing. ED is also like an individual. It's basic polity. That is, I can file a case against any government agency or department as if they do something wrong against me. I can file it against them. Same way, if an agency's rights are taken out, can it be taken in that way? Can it be taken in the way that, okay, an individual's right has been gone? That is now the question here. If my rights are violated by ED, individual's rights violated by ED, I can file a case against the ED, telling that my rights were violated. Pretty simple and straightforward. Ulta, can ED file a case against the state government telling that their rights are being violated, or the government is actually overstepping on its boundaries? That is something Supreme Court is pondering over. That means this is not over yet. We can expect a full constitutional bench sitting and trying to interpret the constitution, because now it's a matter of interpreting who and all will come under Article 226 and Article 32's definition. Harshita, it's all money. Corruption and bribery has nothing to do with literacy rate. If literacy was actually a standard for corruption, none of the IAS or IPS officers will indulge in it. Got the point here? Correct, Arun Kumar. Swapna Suresh case. Yeah. The state maintained that, state as in Kerala government, maintained that any dispute between the union and the state must be adjudicated exclusively by the Supreme Court under Article 131. Whenever center and state conflict is there, it has to be decided directly. It comes under the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court by Article 131. So the case has to be decided by Supreme Court, not in a high court by filing a writ petition. Reliance was placed on Supreme Court's 2003 ruling is there in Chief Conservator of Forest versus Collector, which discouraged writ petitions between center and states before High Court. Chief Conservator of Forest, that will come, Chief Conservator, one is under state government, Collector under, obviously, union government. So, both of them filing petitions against each other. So, Supreme Court basically said, listen, stop doing this nonsense. In 2003, they have said this. So, Kerala government resorted to this. Kerala, a single bench judge ruled that lack of explicit juristic personality was a defect of form and not substance. Does not have juristic personality means you don't exist. That is what it simply means. What? Juristic personality. ED does not have a juristic personality. That is what Kerala government said. Means ED is not an individual. ED is not an individual. It is an agency under the central government. You don't have what? A legal personality of your own like an individual. So you cannot file a writ petition. That is what Kerala government said. One judge bench of Kerala High Court did not said nothing doing like that. That is just a technicality. Don't give that argument here. That is why the case has now gone to the Supreme Court. We will have to wait till the final verdict comes. Till then, don't worry about this article. Until final verdict comes, don't worry about anything. That is what I have to tell you. Somebody was asking me, sir, what is your take about UGC? Let Supreme Court say it. Let Supreme Court come out with a final verdict. Till then, wait. Clear? Okay. Again, data point. Overall voter turnout 2014 66.44, 2019 67.40, 2024 back to 66.1. Very low in the last 10 years. Women's voter turnout 2014 65.54, 2019 67.18, 2024 65.78. Increased, back again decreased. Nearly 50% of women voters reported moderate to high interest in politics, local politics. 44% of women reported moderate to high interest in state politics. Independent voting among men increased from 65 to 66. Voting among women increased from 51 to 52. Then voting in rural areas increased from 56 to 60. Independent voting in urban areas actually declined from 62 to 59. Clear, people? Polity I'll be taking. Correct. Supreme Court, Aadhaar and passport. So petitions were filed basically telling that Aadhaar should not be accepted as a proof of identity. You cannot do that. And their argument was that many people are having fake Aadhaar card. Supreme Court was like, leh. People are making, there are many people even with fake passport. So should I say that passport also should not be used as a form to establish the identity? The people who filed the petitions were like, hey, see, in our country, anything is available, fake, any document. But as of now, Election Commission of India, in the long list of documents that they have said, they have included Aadhaar there. I said you can use your Aadhaar also to prove your identity. There is nothing wrong with it. Alright, it is a totally different scenario that ECI, after getting all the data, they are actually verifying whether this person is a genuine voter or whether this person is an illegal voter. And that case is still pending with the Supreme Court. That case is still pending. Where can the Election Commission of India actually determine citizenship or not? Directly, no. Obviously. But can Election Commission of India determine who is a voter and who is not a voter? Yes. And who is a voter? A citizen of India. ECI, by law, Election Commission of India by law can determine who is a voter and not a voter. That they are guaranteed to do. By law, they can do it. Under Article 324, they are allowed to do it. Perfect, fine. But who is a voter? Citizen. So, by determining whether a person is a voter or not, ECI is actually determining whether he is a citizen or not. And there is no rule or law explicitly mentioned under Citizenship Act that gives powers to the ECI in identifying who is a citizen and who is not a citizen. Supreme Court is like, wait, give me some time. Let me think over it. That is still pending. So this topic also will not get over anytime soon. Clear? Please, Shlok Kumar, go ahead and get admission in a college, and please start utilizing your life properly. Coming to the next topic, green consent. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change amended environmental rules to allow industrial units to submit a single integrated application for permissions under the Air Act, Water Act and multiple waste management rules. Single integrated. One application you file, you will get all your clearances. Under air pollution, under water pollution and even under waste management. Finally, now in 2026 we are doing all this. It is not at all surprising that industrial growth in India is so down. People taking loans from banks to set up industries is also very low. This is the reason. Because even if I'm ready to invest, when I think about the clearances that I have to get, I will faint and fall. I'll get admitted in ICU. Nobody will have any interest. Finally, they are bringing a change. Integrated application mechanism applies to permissions processed by State Pollution Control Board and Pollution Control Committees. It aims to reduce multiple parallel applications and shorten approval timelines. Ministry stated that environmental monitoring, compliance and cancellation provisions remains unchanged. That means rules does not change here. Whatever rules you have to follow as per air pollution, water pollution, waste management, that you will have to follow. But clearance in a single go, we will provide you. Just fill one application, one integrated application for everything we will give. Clear? That is my prayer. My secret wish to the universe is I want to act as Ananya Pandey's father. Between the two of us, people will find it very difficult to find out who is the worst actor. The reform is intended to reduce uncertainty and operational disruption caused by delays in renewal of consent to operate. Means what? Every year you need to get this consent. You have to keep renewing it. Consent to operate. Consent to operate. So that also creates delays. Validity of consent to operate will now continue indefinitely until it is cancelled. Earlier, industries were required to seek periodic renewals. Now it is no more required. Consents can be cancelled in case of violation. Registered environmental auditors certified under Environment Audit Rules 2025 are now permitted to conduct site inspections and verify compliance. Processing time for grant of consent to red category industries has been reduced from 120 to 90 days. Red category industries are classified as those generating highest levels of toxic emissions. Clear? Vapas, Supreme Court and stray dogs. There is no end to this topic, I'm telling you. See, whatever anybody may say or anybody may think, let me tell you why this so much. I've told this multiple times also, but why this so much of concern for poor stray dogs? That Dardabari Kahani, the only reason is that dog is that only one animal that will attack you for no reason. Whatever anybody may say. If you take the few CCTV footages that are available throughout the country, there are plenty of examples where like pack, they come and attack. In Hyderabad, a 2-year-old baby boy, this was 1 year ago, 1 or 2 years ago, 2-year baby boy was attacked and killed by a group of 15 to 20 stray dogs. He was playing outside. These dogs, they were just roaming around. They just came. They saw him. So we can see the kid struggling with it. 2-year-old. 2-year-old. So that is the bottom line here. Getting the point here. Dogs attack you. Any other animal, if you see, you have to enter into its territory. Cat, they won't even bother. Cat will always give you that look. What a wastage of space and time. That is how cat will look. One always. Cat has that expression of sarcasm always. Any other animal. Monkeys also, to an extent, they won't come and harm you. If you feed them, etc., you start establishing a relationship, they also won't bother you much. But this is that one animal. You're walking on the street, etc., they can actually come and attack you. Got the point here? Any point of the day, any point of night. I'm scared to walk in some parts of Bangalore for that reason only. I'm not afraid of thieves or robbers, etc. That we can do something. If he hits, I can also hit back. Some 50-50 chances there. With dogs, there is no such possibility. And they are always telling you, all you have to do is sterilize these poor souls and release them back to their natural environment. Which is the natural environment? The environment where you and I are walking around. Why? Because the dog, just before it bites you, it will tell, hey, guess what? I'm sterilized. Chill. You don't have to take injection. Bow, bow, bow. Wah. As if sterilized dogs won't bite. And after a bite, we don't have to take what? Vaccination. An anti-rabies shot. How many shots you have to take? Many places it is still 9. Many places. And each one of them costs a bomb, depending upon which hospital you go and take it from. And these days, there is no guarantee with this anti-rabies vaccines also. Some of them are what? Expired. Guaranteeing you straight away that, don't worry, we have confirmed your death. Either you will die of rabies or you will die because of expired anti-rabies vaccine. This is the reason for all the sentiments. Got the picture here? And I quote unquote the Prime Minister of the country himself, as if dog is the only animal on planet Earth. There are so many organisms. Even I want to start an NGO to protect the bacteria in all the toilets. Let us start a campaign. Save the bacteria in toilets, because we are killing pura ka pura family, generations of family, which is genocide of bacteria. So let us start a campaign where henceforth we will not flush, because we are separating lovers and family, husbands and children. We will not use Harpic. We shouldn't use Domex. We shouldn't use phenol. In fact, if necessary, we should give them good tasty food also, so that the bacteria can reproduce and have multiple generation after generation. Won't that be very interesting? You visited your friend's house and the tiger escaped from Tadoba Tiger Reserve. Anil, where is your house, man? I'm telling you the stupidity of this. Understand? You want to protect every organism, then protect every microorganism also. Stop taking medicines when you get fever, sickness, because you're killing a microorganism. Kill yourself also, your immunity, because your immunity is constantly killing the microorganisms around you. Just because the microorganisms are not telling, bow, bow, bachao, bachao, they are not telling that, doesn't mean they are not getting killed. I mean, who knows? Microorganisms also have emotions. Got the point here? You are able to understand the stupidity here. I am not in for, okay, let us kill all the animals on planet Earth. No, but we should always maintain a decent number. And it shouldn't come at the cost of all these dogs getting, attacking children. That is where I will draw the line. Children and old people, they are attacking, they are killing them. And if you notice, they are straight away. How do they attack? They bite on the leg, drag them down. Once they fall down, they go for the neck. Now that is not the sign of a nice guji animal. That is a sign of a wild animal. Going for the neck, going for the jugular, ripping it off, making it bleed, and then eating it. Got the logic here? Moving on. So this topic also won't get over anytime soon. So Supreme Court basically did not say any of these arguments. This is where I am telling you the arguments. And if anybody asks you the other logic of it, which I've told countless number of times, kangaroo is the national animal of Australia. When this number increases, what will Australians do is they'll catch these kangaroos, the extra numbers, take them outside the reserve. Like how we have tiger reserve here, they also have reserves. They'll take them outside the reserve. There they will shoot it. They count it also. Okay, these many got killed. Now next season, baad mein dekhega. They will kill it and the meat is sold. National animal. And we always say Western world, Western people. I mean, Australia is not exactly West, but again. But they are managing it. Why are they killing it? Because otherwise the food chain will be disturbed. Let us do the same thing here. Understood? Because money. Understand? Anti-rabies vaccine is a huge lobby. Just check out what is their profit in the last few years. If I am getting 600 crore in profit alone, and I want this medicine to be sold all the more, I need the streets of India to be filled with stray dogs, with 147 crore population and with ample amount of street dogs, look at what money I can generate then. So out of that 600 crore, can't I spend a 10 crore for marketing through all these so-called dog lovers? Got the point? That is the logic. They are telling it maintains, what is it? It is necessary for security. They will reduce the number of the rats. Their arguments are totally bizarre. I mean, come on. Do you remember when Agra blast took place, there were a couple of dog lovers again who were actually worried about the dogs that were affected by it because they got affected by the loud sound. Arey, people are dying there. No. Dogs got affected by the loud sound. The interesting thing is most states don't have any data here. Any data with regard to the number of stray dogs or any data with regard to the number of attacks that has happened. Proper data is not there anywhere. I mean, imagine, man. Education is there. Health is there. Then there is capital expenditure. Then there is salary, pension, subsidy, freebie, law and order, crime. In between this, state government should be like, 10 dogs here. Then 30 dogs there. 40 dogs there. What happened? Those 10 dogs gave birth to 40 babies. What the hell? Sir, one mother is capable of giving birth to at least 6. Then it is less. Good. This is what happens. Twice a female dog can give birth. And in one single birth, it can give a litter of at least 6 puppies. 6 to 8. If we are very lucky, 10, 12. So imagine, it is very important to keep them on the road. It is very important. Only then anti-rabies vaccine will get sold. Let us say government of India passes a law. Anti-rabies vaccine has to be sold for free. Then I will also adopt a dog. Government of India passes a law. Make anti-rabies. Because are you seeing any of these so-called dog lovers making such a request that anti-rabies vaccine, as a generic medicine, it should be made available. It should be made available to the point where, let us say, an anti-rabies vaccine for 9 shots, 9 rupees, it should be. Are they ever making such a case? Think. Array, let them file a case. Who cares? If Bihar alone, their court-appointed lawyer, amicus curiae. Amicus curiae is somebody which is appointed by the court. Only High Court and Supreme Court can make such appointments. Amicus curiae is nothing but an advocate. Okay. Advocate. Appointed by the court. So once somebody is appointed as amicus curiae, whatever they see, whatever they report, all that is just as if the court itself is seeing it, court itself is recording it. So amicus curiae appointed by Supreme Court did a study on Bihar and they found out that Bihar has 34 annual birth control centers. More than 20,000 dogs were reported as sterilized in Bihar. Estimated stray dog population there, 6 lakh. Read that again. Out of 6 lakh, only 20,648 were what? Sterilized. Remaining? It is not possible. Humanely, it is not possible for me to go because dogs won't stand and walk like do catwalk and come right. Okay, everybody get inside, come for sterilization. Bye, bow. I'm going for sterilization. No, you have to run and chase them. Probably even risk getting a bite, then grab them, throw them inside, take them for sterilization. Is it even practical? And dogs, do they walk and go? They run. How are you even going to chase them down? Ulta, if I have to kill them? That is easier, right? That is so easy compared to sterilizing it. 91 dogs are currently lodged in dog pounds in Bihar. 6 lakhs are roaming free. 91 dogs, we have kept it in dog compound. Assam reported 1.66 lakh dog bite cases in 2024. 1.66 lakh cases in 1 year. That is the reported ones. Non-reported ones, There are 365 days in a year. 166 lakh. Do the math. So we are roughly talking about what? 4. Around 400 bites on an average. 400 dog bites per day. And in that 400 dog bites means 400 rabies vaccine per day. Imagine the number. That means, don't be surprised at all. The demand for anti-rabies vaccine is here means the supply is somewhere over here. The discrepancy itself is enough for a huge profit. Because who will go to a government hospital to take an anti-rabies vaccine? People want a government job, but nobody will go to a government hospital, especially when it comes to an anti-rabies. They'll go to a private hospital which will charge a bomb. Oh my God. Streamlining. Oh my God. Sorry. Not streamlining. Streamlining health. Yeah. Now, new rule again. To manufacture small quantities of drug for examination, research or analysis, test license from CDSCO, Central Drug Standards Control for Organization. It is not required. All you have to do is give a prior intimation. A prior intimation is more than enough. That is, okay, see, listen, we are going to produce some drugs in small quantities. For that, you just have to inform them. This is basically done to improve research and again to encourage more players to enter into the pharmaceutical industry. In that again, oops. Okay, that's it. The exemption, yes. The exemption does not apply to high risk drug. You are having notes below and teaching from there using ChatGPT. Notes below. Teaching from ChatGPT. Wow, you found out my secret. Don't tell it to anybody. I am reading from notes below and ChatGPT. So intelligent you are. Exemption does not apply to specified high-risk drug categories. We are talking about basically psychotropic drugs. Psychotropic drugs means the ones which can affect your mental as well as nervous system. 1. High-level treatment drugs like cancer, steroids. For all those, you need to get prior approval. But other than that, low risk. For manufacturing small quantities of this for examination, research or analysis. Trials basically, you need not take any prior permission. An intimation is more than enough. How to do it, Kusum? Because trust me, I have a very low fuse. Blood pressure, sugar and cholesterol I don't have, by the grace of God. But what I have in plenty is anger. If this was an offline class means I wish. Anyway, last topic of the day. Correct. Easily number of dog decreases. In that street, some want to hurt. They will say, don't hurt them. Let them do their work. Anyway. Hey, no need. Listen, people, please understand. Invest your energy only in those places where it is required. Many a times what will happen is people will only come to irritate you. Pick up a fight only if it is for your family. To the boys I am telling, girls also, fine. I mean, gender equality. It is for the love of your life, your wife, you're very sure you're going to marry this person. Fine. Your children. Country. If it is not for any of this, let it go. Let it go. I'll tell you the reason. You focus on your work, you will move ahead in life. The person who just wants to pull you down, or they want you to show your attention towards them, they will remain there. They will never get ahead in life. No person has ever got ahead in life who has only done one thing, that is throwing mud on others. You observe it. Just observe it. Throwing mud on others is not a qualification. It doesn't require any talent or skill. All right. So, keep going. Keep working hard. Keep moving forward. Rise up to such high levels where those people who are throwing mud will remain there only. Now, their mud also won't reach you. Got the point here? GDP growth in 2025. China. Gross domestic product in 2025 exceeded 140 trillion yuan. Year-on-year GDP growth is 5%. Brilliant. Contribution to global economic growth estimated is 30%. Final consumption expenditure contributed to 52%. GDP fine. Global economic growth itself, imagine, China's contribution is 30%. With that, China we want to fight. Final consumption expenditure contributed is consumption expenditure. That is people of China, 52. Exports contributed 32.7. This is all China related. Which two countries here? Watch a video, follow monthly magazine as notes, read briefly newspaper. It is enough, Harsha. Which two countries are we talking about here? Ritu Verma, online warriors, right? Let them do that. Offline, front of me, nobody has that guts. Trust me. People who know me won't do it. I'm confident of that. I mean, so far that has not happened. In my class, it doesn't happen. Trust me. This is because I cannot see you. You can see me. So bring it on. Whoever it is. Itne bhi himmat hai. Around March or April, I'll be taking classes in offline center in Bangalore. Whoever it is. Now, somebody has challenged. If this would have been an offline class, you would have got beaten from my side. April, I'll be available. Bangalore offline center, Chandra layout. Come. Economic growth data. Gross capital formation contributed 15.3% to growth. This is India and China. High technology exports grew by 13.2%. That is from China to India. Industrial capacity utilization 74.4. This is from previous one. This you don't need. This is the relationship. At the outset, it might look in China, India, China and Russia. Nah. This is why will you call Russia here? Russia, if I have to represent, I will use a bear. Or probably the Siberian tiger. These are the two animals that are generally used to represent Russia. But here it is our dear Asian elephant. Arey Bharti chodo ji. What is the big deal here? Dragon and Indian tiger, say, not elephant. Arey, don't underestimate the elephant. Understand. Elephant is not something to be underestimated. Tiger, when anybody sees a tiger, everybody will run away. Correct. Nobody needs any invitation for that. Elephant will look like, wow, what a majestic animal. Even before you note it, it'll increase its speed from 0 to 40-45 km per hour in no time. Coming to the aggressiveness. How is China able to come out with such aggressive international diplomacy? Gross capital formation contributes to 15.3% of their growth. That means whatever they invest in infrastructure, industries, factories, high technology exports grows by 13.2%. Industrial capacity utilization 74.4%. China's population 1.4 billion. Middle income population 400 million. These are all the strengths of China. That is the reason why China doesn't give two hoots about what the world thinks of it. Because at the outset, even if China doesn't do anything also, China can still sell its products inside China. Domestic demand driven growth. 400 million is there, middle class, middle income. 400 million. Sell it there. Done. I like your confidence at Nikhil Ram Kerachin. You don't have the guts to reveal your name. And on top of it, you're expecting that my hands will be tied to my back. Yappa, yappa. All right, people. Are leave it. Pahul Preet. Wonderful. Which India is following. Correct? Clear, people? With that, the class is over. Now, any other questions? Indian rare earth minerals is not that much. So that's why private companies are not invested in R&D of India. Parshan, that is not just the only reason. You need critical minerals technologies for that. How to extract rare earth element, those technology hardly, other than China, no other country really has it. That is the reason why most of the other countries have moved on to hydrogen and hybrid vehicles. They are actually doing research there. Because this critical technologies for rare earth element extraction, China has got literally a monopoly over it. You will only remain a commentator, Mr. Whoever you are. Epstein file theory, true or not? Epstein file theory, see, let me tell you, stop wasting your time in that. That is the only thing that I can tell you. Because, first of all, whatever they are calling it as Epstein files, we don't know whether it is completely authentic or not. Whatever names or data or details they are sharing. Photographs, yes, we can definitely say. Photos, yes. Videos, yes. Because those we can say to a certain extent it is authentic. Clear? So that we can say easily that it is authentic. But the names part, we have no idea. And until and unless officially US government does something, let us say US government places a request to the Indian government telling that these names were there, these are the evidence, and hands over the evidence to the Indian government and initiates a formal investigation, there is no point in talking about it. And we know Donald Trump itself is there in that list. So he is never going to start any formal investigation. Got the point here? So nothing else is there to do. Okay, Shiva. Very bulky to remember, but repeated reading, Harsha. See, this is UPSC. All of you are feeling that this is absolutely, bulky. You have GS 1, 2, 3, 4 along with your optional and an essay. And then you also have your interview. You should be well versed in multiple things. Otherwise, how are you going to clear? Arey yaar, you people are, stop giving him importance, him or her, whoever it is. Stop giving that person importance, right? Why are you engaging with him? His identity is only that much. I have told you, pick and choose your battles. Don't invest time on everybody. Don't try to give explanation to everybody. Why will you do that? No problems will come. See, if you notice again, we are only reducing oil. The other tie-ups are not reduced, right? That is, if you notice, AK-203 rifles are still being manufactured in India with Russian technology transfer. Did that stop? On one side, we have said we will reduce the oil, but then defense we will increase. Wait and watch. Defense collaboration we will increase. Core or reflation? Tisha Jain, core inflation is basically you are measuring inflation for those price rise for those goods in which fuel and food is not involved. That is core inflation. Then reflation. I'm hearing it for the first time, to be very honest. You either call it inflation, disinflation, deflation. Inflation means price is rising. Disinflation means inflation is reducing. Deflation means prices are going down totally. Now, what we are having right now is low inflation according to data. But when you ask people, when RBI conducted a survey with the people, people said that they are experiencing an inflation of more than 6%. This is the survey result. Government data tells us what? Inflation is less than 2%. That is around 1.33%. Which one is true? We don't know. That is the reason why government is bringing a change to the way inflation is calculated with regard to the change in the base year. That will happen in another few months. Then we will discuss that. Speak it. मेरे कमेंट्स नहीं शो करके काय को. Oh my God, Sanjana, what is the question? Just ask the question. Economic survey. I told you 4 parts. 3 are over. 4th part, which consists largely of sector-related news, I'll be releasing it as a recorded video directly to YouTube. You can expect it maybe by the end of this month or something. You can expect it. Pinnacle optional will start 2027. Harsha, there is nothing called as a Pinnacle optional. Pinnacle or whatever batches you have joined for, that is only covering GS and CSAT and other whatever other paraphernalias are there. Optional classes you have to enroll for it separately. The new batches will start once again around June month, around June, in and around June. That time the new batches will start. Currently an ongoing batch is there. I asked and please reply. Ask it again, Sanjana. Where is the tax stored? Consolidated Fund of India? I have no idea about that, whether a new CCA batch will be started or not. Inflammation. Brother Parshant, inflammation, I think you're looking for the word inflation. If petrodollar gets replaced. Parshant, let me tell you one thing. First of all, don't indulge in speculations. Especially with 2 subjects. One is international relation, the other is polity. Especially politics. If this happens, then will that happen? And if that happens, will this happen? Irrelevant. It will only take away your time and energy. What is there till today, that news is only needed. You don't require a pin-to-pin update. Oh, Trump did that, Trump did this. Wait for a few more months. You will see some finality coming to it. This is what it is finally. Lot of articles were there before this European Union trade deal was signed. Even before the survey came also, lot of articles was there. The budget would do good if they focus on gender. Some article was there in Hindu. I have not covered it here. Why? Who are you to advise the finance minister of the country? You seriously think finance minister opens the Hindu? Oh my God, gender we forgot. Okay, let us do something. They wrote an article. Absolutely not. In fact, the budget, whatever work they have to do, they would have started in months back. If not close to 7-8 months back. They would have started it probably. Little by little based on whatever data updation is happening. They would have made it. So always understand, when you pick up an article, pick it up only if it is final, it's complete, then invest. It's still evolving, it's still going on, wait. So that is the reason why the personality rights, it is not going to get over. It will keep popping up again. Stray dog issue, keep popping up again. Got the point? ED, writ, keep popping up again. Clear? Chaitanya, I'm not so sure about it. Please ask your mentors. Okay. Making notes out of newspaper. Don't make notes. Read the newspaper and start reading monthly current affair compilation. Government के साथ MOU sign किया. I think so. That is what they have been. Even I am seeing. Here. Mind fuel. If you are planning to take coaching, you may consider PW's courses. If you are planning to do self preparation, please start with the NCRT series, what is available in PWOnlyIAS English YouTube channel. I know, Abhinaya. I am not at all worried. It is just that my this thing, the heartbeat starts increasing. That's it. Other than that, nothing else. Please tell me for economics, what should we do after NCRT? Ouch. After NCRT. Start with the PYQs and start reading the business section in the Hindu. Whenever you see any terminology, Google about it, understand it. That's all you can do. Praram batch. I have no idea, Bharti. If they call me, I'll have to go. Everything depends upon orders. Nearing completion of my CA, Chartered Accountancy. Happy for you, Sanjana. I want to continue with UPSC for current affairs. I'm just watching your class today. Onwards, what should I be my Sanjana? Because you're already doing something very, preparing for Chartered Accountancy is not at all easy. So what I would suggest to you is you start going through monthly current affairs. You can attend my class, good, but start with MCA. You can start with January. This is February, right? Okay, you may start with December 2025 current affairs onwards. You will come across a lot of articles, many things will go over your head, but let it be. Keep reading it. Make it a habit. Try reading 10 to 15 pages per day. By the end of 2 or 3 months, you will get used to many topics. Absolutely, Abadu. Well said. Long-term, short-term goals. K. Pramod, just make short-term goals. Forget the long-term goals. No, I'm being very serious. Do what is supposed to be done every day. You do what is supposed to be done every day, automatically the long-term goal will be taken care of. That's it. Oh. Yes, government can be sued, but that is a question. ED, what is ED's role? Can we ED's role as a office of the union government, we can sue it and we can be sued when it is between an individual and ED. But when it is between central and state government, what is the exact equation? That is what Supreme Court has to decide now. Oof. Insha Ansari, I already told you, just keep using the language. Other than that, nothing else is there to do. Report is not important. What is the global risk report? Who releases it? Only that is important. It's very hard and confusing. I'm not able to do economics. Arushi, 20th December, I have taken a current affair from 20th December. That was largely an economic class. Attend that once. After that, attend the economic survey class. 3 classes are there as of now in YouTube. Attend this and attend this. Not telling entire economics will get over, but yes, major topics of economics that will get over. If I qualify prelims, should I do honors or not as a backup final year? Ira, if you clear the prelims, please focus on your mains. Because you have very little time. Focus on your mains. Later, we can think about this honors thing. Is NCRT enough for economics? No. NCRT is only good for foundation. I went through a heartbreak for past 2 days. I've been able to eat properly. I do feel hungry, but still I'm unable to eat. Sir, need mental support, but I lost my all friends. What to tell you? Get your favorite food and start eating it. Whoever has to leave you will leave you. Whoever knows your value will stay with you. Force feed. Eat. Force feed it into your mouth and sleep. Eat fully. Yeah, GDP calculation, yes, the various methods, that is important. Why can't India sell their products like China? Because we are limited in technology. Our technology is backward. Our manufacturing units, we don't have proper manufacturing units also in this country. Which major factories do we have here? Other than iron and steel? Nothing. That is the reason. Sanjana, so those of you who have already joined for any coaching, be it PW or some other institute, whatever it is, stick to what your faculty teaches. First, faculty's notes. Then ask your faculty, sir, is your note sufficient or should we do any extra reading? Then if the faculty says, yes, read Lakshmikant or read NCRT or read this material, then go for that. It again depends on the faculty, because some faculty, say for example, when I teach polity, I ensure that the entire thing with current affairs is covered. So I tell very confidently, listen, 90% my notes. These chapters alone, you read from Lakshmikant. Few chapters I mentioned, because those are like for an awareness sake. What if you get a question from there? Because more than 90% of the important chapters, I will cover it off. That is the thing. So it all depends upon the faculty. So first ask the faculty, sir, are your notes sufficient or should we do something extra? Couldn't find, can you? Couldn't find a day. It is there in PWOnlyIAS English YouTube channel, video section. Just open it. You will find it. Geography series, polity series, everything is there. Monthly current affair. Monthly current affair, you will get it from PW's website. UPSC or entrepreneurship. What do you like? Do that. Polity suggestions. Completed NCRTs. Lakshmikant is also done. I rather nothing else to do. All you have to do is, what is it? Update yourself with the current affairs. That's it. Sheetal Meena, 2027. Not ready with optional. You're not ready with your optional, not ready with the preparation. Then why you want to simply waste an attempt in 26? For knowing how the paper is and all, just go through the PYQs. You will get to know what is the UPSC standard. Standing deposit facility rate. See, it simply means, see, earlier when banks used to put their money with RBI, RBI used to pay an interest for the banks. Okay. That was reverse repo ratio. RBI paying interest to the banks. And if I am a bank, I'm giving it to RBI. My money, I'm giving it to RBI. RBI instead will give me what? Government securities, bonds. So I will get bonds, RBI gets my money, RBI pays me interest. This was reverse repo. Under SDF, what it is, I won't get any securities and all. Whenever I have any extra money with me, I'll just go put it into RBI. Go, extra money I have, keep it. Banks can decide. Banks can go and keep it. Any amount of money, banks can keep. That is the difference. No more bond business there. Seeing chat GPT. Ayo. Udan is good or not? Ira, please understand. Polity, when it comes to mains exam, it is all about two things. Lakshmikant, that is your basics you should know. You should know at least a few fundamental rights, few articles by heart. Then those topics which have been appearing in the news of last 1 year. This is where all the current affairs gets asked, all the schemes gets asked. So if you sit and do your current affairs properly, you will be able to do it. There is nothing called what is it? You have to attend a particular faculty's class or particular faculty's notes. Nothing like that. Those and all are just what this coaching industry will do, making you dependent on somebody. You look at the questions, ma. When you look at the questions, you will understand. The topics are always re-repeated. That is, if you ask me one topic like that, Article 21. Sure shot, I can tell you there is a more than 90% chance this year that a question related to Article 21 will be asked. Yeah, I want to. Arey, Bajrang Bali, you put your sentence in ChatGPT first and at least correct the spelling and the grammar of it. Alright, why don't you try doing that for a change? Sanjana, as of now, there is no scope for it. To buy one faculty's lecture alone. Yeah, more than enough. Where to get information about all schemes? It is there in every month's current affair compilation. It is easily given. At the end, they will give schemes, they will give. Lakshmi Jyotirmai. So much competition there also. That is the reason. Otherwise, I would have gone long time ago. I would like to try my hands in modulation. I want to, but what to do? Nobody is calling. How I improve my handwriting? Improving your handwriting. 2 simple tricks for it. 1, leave the tall letters. That is, if I am going to write my name, leave the tall letters tall and small letters small. These are the tall ones. Can you see that? H, L, K, H, L. There's one thing to do. Next thing, if you have a bad handwriting, don't try to go for cursive writing. Because now you can read this as anything that you want. If you have a bad handwriting, split it up. I have seen some people writing like this. N and H, there will be no difference. And everything will be one height. That is almost like writing Hindi. They write everything in that same size. Everybody should be same. Hindi, it is fine. In English, tall should be left tall, small should be left small. That is very important. And if you have a bad handwriting, split it up. Thank you. Magazine is absolutely helpful. Wow. Very good, Abhinaya. Enjoy it. Thank you, Harshida. 100 laddu aapke muh mein. Economic survey, I'll make a separate video. I told you, 4th part, I will make a separate final video part, I will make it. PW Udan is enough for prelims. It is not, nothing is ever enough for prelims. Please understand. Udan series is basically like something meant for a quick revision. Let us say you finished doing standard textbooks, you finished doing it. Correct? Standard textbooks, you finished doing it. So what happens is sometimes, let us say you finish doing 3 readings at least. Sometimes many students develop an aversion afterwards. They will be like, "Arey, vapas, I have to read the same thing. It is so bulky and I know everything. It's boring." You may feel that. So for that, we have come up with this idea of quick revision. Go through Udan. So at least the keywords, key components, when you see, okay, you'll be like, okay, now I remember. You get stuck somewhere. Go back to that standard textbook, read that particular portion. That's it. Yeah, I have heard of her. Lakshmi Jyotirma. I know her. See him, he was using. You. This is a smartphone. Bajrang Bali. Oh, you have used God's name. Can't even properly say anything. Bajrang Bali. WhatsApp has been installed in it. So obviously, any call comes, it will appear on the screen. Oh, your brains, man. Ugh. He is fooling all of us. He knows nothing. Correct? The one who says he knows nothing is the one who will know everything. Something is done. A Socrates quote or something is there. We should do schedule of constitution chapter. Yeah, each schedule 1 to schedule, the entire schedules. What are each schedules for? Each schedule, what is the purpose? Schedules, parts, by heart it. Nothing else to do. My views on UPSC Wala books. Good books they are. But like I told you, it's like UPSC Wala books are there. Faculty's notes are there. Standard books are there. Then Udan is there. So it is almost like you have too many reference materials. So what you do is, you please ask the faculty. Faculty tells you, stick to my note, stick only to the note. Faculty tells you, read this, then for a value addition, you read UPSC Wala books, do that. That's it. Every quinch of salt is important. So that dialogue, I don't know. Which book? My optional is public administration. No idea about it. Arushi, not all articles are important. Fundamental rights, you should know. Article 324, Election Commission of India, you should know. Article 280, Finance Commission, you should know. Article 32, Supreme Court. Article 226, High Court, you should know. Article 143, I love you. President to Supreme Court. That you should know. Today what we saw, Article 131, Supreme Court original jurisdiction. That you should know. Repeated reading. It will come by itself. That's it. Except NDA. I'm not able to understand where I'm doing wrong. My math is becoming clear, but I'm not able to clear gate. I didn't understand your question. Nivas Raj. You cleared Air Force, Coast Guard and all defense exams. That means, are you already in service? And then you're preparing for gate. Both are like chalk and cheese. There is no connection between the two. Are leave dreams life forever. It is a free country. Come on. Chod do. Bhagavan Khud is not worried. Then why are we worried? Why are we fighting for Bhagavan's sake? Bhagavan is there, you believe, right? Dreams live life forever. Correct. You believe that Bhagavan will take care of every wrongdoing. You believe it, right? Then why are you worried again? Bhagavan, let Bhagavan take care of it. Bhagavan's name, Bhagavan will take care. Why should we fight? Chill. See, now what is it? Abhinaya is going for mutton biryani. So, think about good things, na? Ira, send it to my channel, my Telegram channel. This you can send it here. Send it over here. I will review and I will let you know. Again, it may take some time. Please understand, because there are so many students who keep sending their answers. And my CCA batch itself is there, where I think answers have been pending since a very long time. My apologies to all of you. It is just that back-to-back workload is increasing. Famous quotes you made. Never take credit for your success, but always take responsibility of your failure. I am not afraid of insults because it has taught me. I am always afraid of praises. When somebody praises me, because it has always hurt me eventually. These are the two things that I abide by. When somebody starts praising me, I get very alert. Like a cat, I become very rigid, and I'm like, I'm always thinking, why is he praising me? What he wants from me? Why are they making fun of me? These are my reactions. Insult when happens, I'll be basically thinking, okay, there is something that I need to improve. So insults, failures will help you improve. Success, I would just say, give the credit to everybody and walk out from there. When everybody is trying to shower more attention on you, immediately walk out from that place. Walk out from that place and divert their attention so that they go behind something else. They don't come behind you. Because success will not teach you anything. It's just a bubble where you feel like, I am so incredible. You feel that. And that's a euphoria. It's very fake. There is nothing real about it. I completed Lakshmikant Polity. What should I do now? Go for the PYQs. Why you demotivate children when they ask you research-based questions? You close their mouth. That's why I'm spamming. Demotivate children. Research-based question. What research-based question? Which child asked to me? You ask your research-based question. Let me see what is that quality research-based question which I couldn't. How you handle stress? By immersing myself in work. Trust me, Bajrang Bali won't be there in my head by the time I walk out of this room. Or whoever it is. Not the original Bajrang Bali. That's this one over here. I won't lose my sleep over it. I'll sleep very peacefully. I know that person will not be able to do anything to me. Why am I worried? Why should I worry? Online warrior, right? Let him do. He is feeling, he is fighting, he is cutting me, he is slicing me. Let him feel that victory. Let him enjoy. When that is an entertainment for him, let him have his entertainment. Modern history as a beginner. I mean, you are attending the classes, right, Arun? Just attend those. And apart from that, just fix a timeline. That 1914 to all the way till 1947. Gandhi's entry, Rowlatt Act, Satyagraha, non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement. In between, you have Lal, Bal, Pal, Bhagat Singh, all that happening over here. Then the whole, Second World War time period, Congress Ministry's resignation, 1937. Then the Quit India movement, Cabinet Mission, Cripps Mission, blah, 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 blah. Finally, independence. One single timeline. This you cover first. Then straight away go for socio-religious reform movement. This will take hell amount of time because this is like rock solid. There is no way to connect anything. Different names, different people, different magazines, different organizations. That will take time. आप आपने घर में हो क्या? Yeah, I am in my house. Sir, blocked him. Why dreams life? Why? I was having my entertainment. Done my graduation in Japanese language. Are you serious? If you have done your graduation in Japanese language, first of all, what are you doing in India? I mean, who will leave Japan and come to India, man? Seriously? Brotherhood. How to increase your determination? Huh? How to increase your determination? I don't understand. You're asking about my determination. You want to have my determination. Is that what you're asking? I hope so. Trust me, I'm not so determined. No, I'm not. I'm very lazy. You have no idea. I'm very lazy. It is just because, okay, I have been given work, I do it. Otherwise, I will sit in one place like a blue whale. Blue whale, when it comes to a beach, what will happen? Correct. You will have to go and touch it to know whether it is alive. Occasionally, it will lift its tail to tell, hello, I'm still alive. Like that I am. If work is there, I work. No work, couch potato. Our determination. Get into a routine. Sleep. So, sleep at a decent time. Wake up at a decent time. Maintain this, come what may. The time that you go off to sleep, the time that you wake up, fix it. Do this first. Rest will follow. आप यूपीएससी एस्पिरेंट थे कभी? Yes, I was. April is my last attempt. NDA, where are you getting it wrong? Find out where are you getting it wrong. Find it out. Christy, it has nothing to do with, not a problem with you. It is largely to do with some words are there which has been entered into the this thing. What is it? Like a prompt, it has been entered. If that word appears, they'll automatically block it. That is the reason. It has nothing to do with you. आप failure हुए हो? Yeah, I have failed royally, right? UPSC, Kerala Administrative Service, RBI Grade B, mains exam. So obviously, UPSC interview, not interview as such, but interview marks were very high, but mains marks were very less. Mains marks was very less. Why? Because I did not practice answer writing. Answer writing, I did not practice. One major blunder what I did. Next blunder what I did was what? Current affairs is there, right? Made around 400 pages. Note. 400 also will be very less. If I remember it right, 400 also will be very less. Because trust me, I've made notes to what point I will tell you. China, Africa relations. Chinese investments in Africa. For that also kept a separate topic and I started preparing it. Irrelevant, right? When you look at the previous year question papers, etc., highly irrelevant. Where has this question been asked? Other than knowing about a few investments of China and Africa, you don't require anything else. Next blunder. So this was what was happening. Where effort was required, I was not putting the effort. Where effort was not at all required, I was putting over effort. Hard work I was doing, but in the wrong direction. That's the point. खुद को handle कैसे किए was not at all easy, trust me. Especially like I have told this many a times. I had my brother, he had cracked SSB. He cracked SSB and what is it? When he passed out from Chennai Officers Training Academy, Lieutenant Hari Ram, I was like, what am I doing with my life? 6 years younger to me. So my parents were, changing that epaulets, removing it, because that is when you get commissioned as an officer. When your parents open the flap and, remove the cover of it and then button it back. Mother on one side, my dad on the other side. Me busy taking the photo. I was happy for him. Genuinely, I was happy for him. But that thought goes into your head, right? 6 years younger to you is an officer today. And what are you? A UPSC aspirant. Darde dil. It was there. They started focusing. Slowly, I started focusing on what am I good at. I'm good at this. I'm good at teaching. So I came back to it because that was the only other option in front of me. Yep. आपका तो क्या जाता, किसी का बाप इतनी मेहनत से कमाता है और आप उसका एक्सेस ले लेते हैं. हाँ. In my class, if anybody does over smartness, I will block it. That I will do. Now you are spamming here, right? Now all the students would have got to know why I blocked you. Correct? Now all the students will get to know why I would have blocked that person. You can talk with me directly, no problem. But you cannot hijack my class. That is the point. Putin Vlamder, why are you worried? Why are you worried about Rahul Gandhi or Narendra Modi? Why are you worried? I have already told this. Half of the Congress MPs or MLAs have already joined BJP. Not half, but I'm just giving a number. Roughly, correct. Almost every year or every 6 months at least we can see somebody joining BJP. So what is the whole point when you're calling somebody ruling party and somebody opposition? And ultimately when you look at it, BJP you take, Congress you take. There is a nice amount of people who were ek zamane mein, they were Congress and today they are with BJP. So who is better or who is worse? Now we can say that on Arushi, I can satisfy myself. You said some research wala question, Bajrang Bali. I'm still waiting for that research wala question which some child had asked. I want to know that question. I'm very desperate to know. Anuj Shetty, you will have to discuss that with your family. Actually, not. I do make a lot of grammar mistakes. It is just that I speak so confidently, people don't realize it. That's the reason. So, if anybody who knows the language really well, when they listen to it, they'll be like, this guy, ting, 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 they'll point it out. Is it difficult because of politicians to resign from service? I did not understand that. Procrastination about future, present work, is it right or not? That is fear, how to overcome. Even I had this fear. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? Blah, 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 blah. This thought was there. You know why? I was not earning. So plenty of time to think about Zindagi, kya hoga, all that. The day I started teaching, Guwahati, Bhubaneswar, Bangalore, Mangalore, Chennai, Coimbatore, Madurai, and yes, once I had come to Noida also. No time to think. Oh my god, sorry, my favorite mutton, Hyderabad. Literally running around and taking classes. No time to think. No time to think. I'm not telling everybody should become a teacher. I mean, if you're up for it, go ahead. But otherwise, what I would basically suggest to you is find something which you are good at, start earning money from it. Marine engineer. Nah, that was the last option. If nothing would have worked, I would have gone back to that only. Marine engineer. So don't think for a minute that if he loses this job, he will not survive. I will survive. Industry is there, coaching is there, not is there, doesn't matter to me. I will survive. One thing UPSC taught me is you can only trust one person in this world. Yourself. Not anybody on planet Earth. After a time, people will get associated with you based on what you are doing in life. Are you productive or are you non-productive? If you're non-productive, nobody will want to associate with you. If you're productive, everybody will come to you. So you matter. Yeah, you can resign, Sakshi. Mangaluru, where I taught. Oof, how will I tell that? It is that place near Liberty Theatre. I don't know whether it is still there. Near Liberty Theatre. Liberty bus stop. Bus stop is there, na? Mangalore. This is the bus stop. Little left you go. Straight you have to go. One small hill, then come down. The institution academy was literally down. ACE, I think it was the name. ACE Foundation or something. ACE IAS or something. Small academy. Let's call it today, people. As post NPM polycentric governance rendered bureaucratic neutrality ontologically untenable. I know who you are. Post NPM polycentric governance, okay? Rendered bureaucratic neutrality ontologically tenable. Bajrang Bali, NPM talks about multiple players, private, NGO, civil society organization, and has this made bureaucracy untenable. Untenable means not working, which I had already explained in the class. You just decided to throw random tough words of English language inside the class when I've already finished explaining it. That even though NPM talks about all this private player, NGO, civil society, social media, etc., there is no replacement for bureaucracy. Whatever AI comes, whatever automation comes, there is no replacement for what? There is no replacement for the traditional bureaucracy or the district collector. I just finished explaining it. But you wanted to show that you know something and you again asked a question. And I told you it is not relevant. Why are you asking this? This is what had happened. What the point here? That is, according to him, that is his genuine thought, what he came out with. And whatever I am saying is chat GPT. Yeah, Coimbatore, for government of Tamil Nadu. I taught in this thing only. Tamil Nadu government's coaching academies are there, right? There are 3 centers are there. Chennai, Coimbatore, Madurai. I have taught there. For anything and everything, most of these are personal questions. People just reach out to me at Nikhil Rampabad. Okay. Where did I leave it? Yeah. Reach out over here. All right, people, let's call it a day. It's getting too late. My wife will murder me. So let's leave it at this. Take care, people. Which year you came to Bhubaneswar? 1 year after Corona, I think.